Previous. You drift in a. The other beds are vacant. The infirmary. Previous. You drift in a deep and dark void. Time passes. Fragments of dreams and conversations. Darker mornings. Snow outside. Your brother is here. He walks in circles, ranting and raving about something or other. And now he's gone. Brief moments in this world, soon replaced by nightmares of blood and steel. At some point in time, you wake up. The other beds are vacant. The infirmary is cold. Moonlight seeps in from snow-covered windows. Character tab. Tab. Close character tab. Level 3. Experience 335 of 450. Attributes. Open tool. Derivative. Open. Strength. 1. Health. 110/110. Charisma. 1. Protection. 0. Resilience. 1. Speed. 1.2. Agility. 3. Block chance. 0%. Perception. 1. Encumbrance. 0/13. Close character tab. Tab. No notifications. Dimmed. The other. Examine your wounds. Button. Examine your wounds. Your wounds have healed, though your scars are plentiful. Get out of bed. Button. Character tab. Get out of bed. Button. Get out of bed. You feel weak in the knees. Shivering. You drop to the floor like a pile of bricks. Stand up. Button. Notifications 2. Initiated quest Rude Awakening. Health -1. Button. You feel. Stand up. Button. Stand up. You feel cold and famished. Trembling. You lean on the empty bed next to yours. You need clothes. And a crutch. Look around. Button. Look around. There's a wardrobe next to the front door. A few crutches are leaning on the side of it. Look in the wardrobe. Take a crutch. Look in the wardrobe. Button. Look in the wardrobe. You find a heavy fur cape and a pair of fur boots in the wardrobe. Take the fur cape. Button. Take the fur cape. Take the fur boots. You remove the fur cloak from the wardrobe. Take the fur boots. Take the fur boots. You remove the fur boots from the wardrobe. Take a crutch. Button. Take a crutch. A few crutches are leaning on the side of the wardrobe. You grab one. Open the front door. But inventory tab. Has a inventory tab. Wooden staff new. Wooden staff. This crutch is a to income slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. Wooden weapon. Armor. Food. Armor. 2. Armor. For mantle new. For a heavy cape. 1 arm. Encumbrance. 1 armor. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. For mantle. Light for boots new. Light for boots. Scrap. 1 armor. Encumbrance. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. For man. Light for boots. Weapon. 1 armor. 2. Close inventory tab. A few. Open the front door. Button. Open the front door. The icy wind hits you when the door swings open. Snow lies thick across the military outpost. Go outside. Button. Go outside. Approach the monk. The snow shines white below the crescent moon. The campgrounds on the hills are surrounded by palisades. Dressed in a white robe, a monk stands by himself in front of you, stargazing in solitude. Approach the monk. Button. Character tab. Approach the monk. Approach the monk. Hearing you approach, the monk speaks, though he keeps his gaze fixed on the stars above. The sky bleeds. Doom on TM Kiris. Look up. Button. Look up. I have never seen like a red scar across the black firmament. A shining spear is outstretched among the stars of night. The old monk says, strange, isn't it? I have never seen such a thing before. Button. I have never seen such a thing before. Neither have I, but it was foretold. Wounded by war, the highlands are cursed. Ellipsis. Who are you? Button. Who are you? Don't remember me? Suppose it was a long time ago. I am Pater Heinrich, chief surgeon of Riverside Outpost. Where am I? Button. Where am I? This is Riverside Outpost. You were brought here from the battlegrounds of Logat. 9 months have passed since the war ended. Where is my brother? Button. Where is my brother? Alec Barnabas? He left the outpost a few days ago. Ellipsis. Haven't seen him since then. What happened? Button. What happened? The final clash with the foreign army brought them to their knees. The broken armada sailed away. Ellipsis. The war was over. Ellipsis. But the wounds had taken their toll. You were mostly unconscious during the months that followed. Ellipsis. Do you have any food? Button. Do you have any food? He points to a campfire down the hill. Speak to the exiles. Some rabbit stew was boiling in their pot. Be wary. Some of them are heretics. Heretics? Heretics? What do you mean? Doomsayers? Like most of us. But they take it too far. Ellipsis. They worship. Ellipsis. False god and prophet. As you well know, there is no law against idolatry. If you wish to know more, find out for yourself. Farewell, Pater Heinrich. Farewell, Pater Heinrich. Approach the camp. A campfire is burning near the gates and the watchtowers. A dozen people are huddled around the flames and a pot of stew. Approach the campfire. Button. Approach the campfire. A one-eyed woman is holding court, lecturing the haggard exiles. She speaks with a foreign accent. Ellipsis, the prophecy of Comet, unraveled by Wodan the Illustrious. Ellipsis, son of the sky serpent, gateway to the next world. Ellipsis, the others listen, glancing at you with tired faces. Listen. Button. Talk to the may I have something to eat? Button. May I have something to eat? Wrapped in a blanket, a bearded man reaches for a bowl and a spoon. He gives them to you and says, help yourself, soldier. Listen. Button. Talk to the foreign woman. Eat some rabbit stew. Button. Eat some rabbit stew. You scrape off the leftovers of rabbit stew from the iron pot, not the worst you have tasted. Listen. Talk to the foreign woman. Button. Map. Button. Map. Area. Riverside Outpost. Campfire. Infirmary. Button. Infirmary. Dimmed. Infirmary. The moon and the sky serpent shine bright on the snowy campgrounds. The monk is no longer around, following in his footprints. You walk up the hill to the infirmary. The front door is closed. Smoke is rising from the chimney. Enter the infirmary. Button. Enter the infirmary. Talk to the monk. It's warm inside. The old monk is hunched on a bed by the fireplace, poking the flames with an iron hook. Talk to the monk. Button. Talk to the monk. Used. Leave me in peace, for I am weary. Talk to the monk. Talk to the monk. Used. The old man does not reply. Talk to the— Go to bed. Button. Go to bed. You rest for a few hours until the break of dawn. By the time you wake up, the flames in the fireplace have dwindled and the monk is no longer present. Memories of another infernal nightmare fade like the dying embers left in his wake. Look around. Button. Map. Look around. Button. Notifications. 11. Gained for mantle. Gained light for boots. 3 times gained 5 experience. Completed objective find a crutch. Gained wooden staff. Health +1 completed objective find something to eat. Completed objective rest. Completed quest. Rude awakening. Button. You rest for a few— Look around. Button. Map. But look around. Button. Look around. Used. All the beds are empty. Daylight seeps in from the snow-covered windows. Look around. Map. Button. Map. Infirmary. Campfire. Area. Infirmary. Campfire. Button. Campfire. Travel interrupted by encounter. A young woman in a white robe opens the front door and steps inside. She smiles. You're awake. The gods have shown mercy. The monk is taking off her boots. She says, the colonel wants to see you. Better not keep him waiting. A young woman in a white— Good character tab. Good to know. Fair— Where is the colonel? Button. Who are you? Button. A young— Who are you? Button. Who are you? Oh, pardon my manners. I'm new here. Graduated from the monastery last week. They call me Sister Agatha. Let me know if you need medical supplies or treatment. She looks around at the empty beds. Things are still quiet, so it shouldn't be a problem. Where is the colonel? Button. Where is the colonel? The monk replies, you'll find him in the fortress on the hill. Good to know. Farewell. Button. Good to know. Farewell. Notifications. 1. Initiated quest the Roberg Militia. Button. You step out. Look around. But walk away from the infirmary. Look around. Button. Look around. Militia soldiers are posted on the watchtowers along the palisades. Long shadows are cast by the gallows and the fortress on the hilltop. Walk away from the infirmary. Button. Walk away from the infirmary. Map. Button. The campfire is— Approach the gate. Button. Approach the fortress on the hilltop. Button. Approach the gate. Button. Approach the fortress on the hilltop. Button. Approach the fortress on the hilltop. Frozen stiff, a dead body dangles from the gallows on the hilltop, guarded by militia soldiers. The entrance to Riverside Fort is flanked by the Highland banner on both sides. Talk to the guards. Button. Talk to the guards. Used. The colonel awaits your arrival. Soldier. Talk to the guards. Used. Button. Talk to the guards. Used. Look at the Highland banner. Look at the Highland banner. Used. The Highland banner is white, black, and green. 3 objects are depicted: a scythe, a claymore, and a wolf's paw. The flag is flown by all provinces of the Roberg city-state. Talk to the guards. Used. Look at the Highland banner. Used. Enter the fortress on the hilltop. Button. Enter the fortress on the hilltop. You step through a corridor to a great hall, where a fire pit is burning. The colonel sits on a wooden throne behind a sturdy table. Dozens of militia soldiers are lined up along the walls. Pater Heinrich sits on a chair next to the colonel. Report for duty. Button. Report for duty. The colonel is old and stocky with short gray hair. He was placed in charge of the outpost long before you received basic training. The officer speaks in a solemn voice. The time has come to honor the deeds you have done. Soldier. Kneel before the throne. Button. Kneel before the throne. The monk takes a branding iron from the fire pit. Scalding hot, it burns your skin below the mark of allegiance on your left arm. In honor of your service in the war against Cadmelin, you are hereby branded with the mark of triumph. Endure the pain. Button. Endure the pain. Saluted by the other soldiers, you grimace in pain on your knees. The monk takes another branding iron from the fire pit. You have served us well, soldier, but your body and mind are broken. Ellipsis. Once more, your skin burns below the mark of allegiance. You are hereby branded with the mark of weariness. What does it mean? Button. What does it mean? The colonel replies, your time came and went on the battlefield. Young soldier, we cannot afford to keep a cripple on payroll. You are now relieved from active duty, but there are still ways to prove your worth. Ellipsis. What did you have in mind? Character tab. What did you have in mind? What did you have in mind? Your brother has not been seen for a few days. Unlike you, Alec Barnabas remains a useful asset. Find him, and your efforts will be rewarded. I will find my brother. Anything else you can tell? I will find my brother. Anything else you can tell me? The monk says, rise, young soldier, and let it be known that we recognize your valiant sacrifice. All of us are suffering the aftermath of war. Measures of austerity must be taken, unfortunate as it may be. Stand up. Button. Character tab. Stand up. Button. Stand up. The colonel says, speak to the paymaster if you want to collect your wages. Ask the quartermaster about your belongings. That'll be all. Talk to the quartermaster. Talk to the paymaster. Notifications. 5. Gain 10 experience. Completed objective report for duty at Riverside Outpost. 2's health -10. Initiated quest blood is thicker than water. Button. No notifications. Dimmed. Talk to the quartermaster. Button. The colonel says, talk to the quartermaster. Button. Talk to the quartermaster. Militia soldiers patrol the hallway to the quartermaster's office. The young man sits behind his desk, leafing through the pages of a thick ledger. Retrieve your belongings. Button. Retrieve your belongings. The quartermaster picks up the ledger, having flipped through the pages for a while. He finally looks up and says, "Here we are. One moment, please." He seeks out a wooden crate and drags it across the floor. "This one's yours. Here's the key. Take the key. Button. Take the key." You take the small iron key. Unlock the crate and take a look inside. Button. Unlock the crate and take a look inside. Having used the small iron key, you remove the padlock and open the wooden crate. The first thing you notice is that your equipment is missing. No sword and no armor. The box is big enough. They should be in there, but this is not the case. Ask about the missing equipment. Button. Ask about the missing equipment. The quartermaster takes a look in his ledger. Says here your things were collected and boxed up when you got here. This was, ellipsis, about 9 months ago. It's all there. Far as I know. What you see is, complain about the missing equipment. Button. Complain about the missing equipment. The quartermaster replies, "My apologies. I don't know what happened, but," ellipsis, he clears his throat. "Armor and weapons are in short supply. Same goes for the people who make them. Not to mention bronze and iron. Hard times. You see? Take the journal. Button. Take the journal. You take the book. It contains various texts that were written by your sister. Some of the pages have been ripped out, possibly due to embarrassment. Take your sister's birth certificate. Take your sister's birth certificate. You take the scroll. This document proves that your sister was born on the western highlands of TM Kiris. Take your birth certificate. Button. Take your birth certificate. You take the damaged scroll. This document proves that you are a native commoner from the western highlands of TM Kiris. Take the foreign pamphlet. Button. Take the foreign pamphlet. You take the pamphlet. Catalonian runes are inscribed on this parchment, which was taken from the lifeless clutch of a foreign soldier. Take the rope. Button. Take the rope. You take the coil of rope. Take the torch. Button. Take the torch. You take the torch. Take the copper amulet. Button. Take the copper amulet. You pick up the copper amulet? It was taken from the corpse of a young militia soldier on the battlegrounds of Logut. Take the stone tablet. Button. Take the stone tablet. You take the stone tablet. It was recovered from the prayer hall in the ocean shrine. Leave the quartermaster's office. Button. Inventory tab. Tab. Close inventory. Medicine. Tool. Treasure. 2. Treasure. 2. 1. Chain of Bassethet. Chain of Bassethet. This copper amulet. Evade. Speed plus 5. Evade melee chance plus 5%. Evade range chance plus 5%. Speed plus 5%. Slots. Equip. Button. Unequip. Close inventory tab. Notifications 10. Gained small iron key. Gained book. The Journal of Miriam Barnabas. Gained scroll. Proof of citizenry. Miriam Barnabas. Gained scroll. Proof of citizenry. Amended. Gained pamphlet. Necropolis Empira. Gained rope. Gained torch. Gained chain of Bassethet. Gained stone tablet. Cantos of sacred waters. You feel different. Somehow. Ellipsis. Lighter and more flexible. Button. Notifications 10. You leave the quartermaster's office. Button. Character tab. Leave the quartermaster's office. Leave the quartermaster's office. The doors to the great hall are wide open. Slowly, some of the soldiers head outside, while others enter the barracks and patrol the corridors. Talk to the colonel. Button. Talk to the monk. Talk to the paymaster. Button. Talk to the paymaster. Militia soldiers guard the entrance to the paymaster's office. The old accountant pores over a weathered tome on his desk. Scrolls are stacked up on the shelves behind him. Wooden coffers and iron strongboxes are scattered on the floor. Collect your wages. Button. Collect your wages. Used. Let's see. Ellipsis. The old man turns the pages in his ledger. Yes. Finally, he puts down 3 coin pouches on the table. These are the wages from the past 9 months. And here's a little something for the mark of triumph. In addition, you are entitled to severance pay. 1 installment, mind you. Collect your wages. So, that's it? The militia no longer. So, that's it? The militia no longer. The paymaster replies, "It was not my decision. How you make a living is not my concern." He sighs. "Listen, you're no longer on the monthly payroll. But, ellipsis, it could be worse. You're still one of us. Got a place to stay. Come and go as you please. Collect your wages. How can I get back on the monthly payroll? Button. How can I get back on the monthly payroll?" The old man ponders your question for a while. He replies, "Soldiers who are branded with the mark of weariness will usually look for work elsewhere. Depends on circumstance. They might end up in the poorhouse. But, ellipsis, you are still young. So, ellipsis, just try to impress the people in charge. Show them that you're fit to be reinstated to active duty. Collect your wages. Ask about your brother. Button. Ask about your brother. Used. The paymaster consults the ledger and replies, Alec Barnabas collected his wages before he went out on patrol. Glancing down at the columns in the ledger, he adds, he took all of it, down to the very last coin. Collect your wages. Ask about your brother. Used. But leave the paymaster's office. But leave the paymaster's office. You're standing in the great hall of Riverside Fort. The colonel is perched on a wooden throne behind a sturdy table. Pater Heinrich sits on a chair beside him. The fire pit is burning. Talk to the monk. Visit the quartermaster. Enter the barracks. Button. Enter the barracks. You follow a crowd of soldiers. Search the barracks. You follow a crowd of soldiers into the circular dormitory, where wolf hides are laid out among the scattered luggage on the stone floor. Search the barracks. Button. Search the barracks. You find a small book. Seems like someone left it behind. Take the book. Button. Take the book. You pick up the book from the floor. Ask the soldiers about your brother. Button. Ask the soldiers about your brother. Used. Resting on a wolf hide and smoking a pipe. A middle-aged soldier says, people do a lot of talking, but as far as I'm concerned, Oleg is a good soldier. Wish I could tell you what happened to him. He exhales a cloud of smoke. World is falling apart. Might as well assume the worst. Previous. You pick up the book from the floor. Ask the soldiers about your brother. Get some rest. Button. Leave the barracks. Button. Get some rest. Button. Get some rest. Used. You lie down on the stone floor, curled up in a wolf hide. You take a deep breath and close your eyes. The murmuring echoes of laughter and conversation lulls you to sleep. Darkness and fire, bones and ash, soaked in cold sweat. You awaken from nightmares of blood and steel. Trembling, you get back on your feet. Notifications 5. Gold plus 182's gold plus 25 gained book. The law of the land. Health plus 20. Button. Previous. You lie down. Look around. Leave the barracks. Leave the barracks. You're standing in the Great Hall of Riverside Fort. The colonel is perched on a wooden throne behind a sturdy table. Pater Heinrich sits on a chair beside him. The fire pit is burning. Talk to the colonel. Button. Talk to the monk. Visit the court. Visit the paymaster. Enter the barracks. Map. Button. Map. Area. Riverside. Gallows. Campfire. Button. Campfire. Dimmed. Gallows. Campfire. Soldiers and exiles are huddled around the burning campfire. Talk to the soldiers. Button. Talk to the soldiers. Wrapped in blankets and wolf hides, 3 soldiers are conversing with each other in low and tired voices. You recognize them. They are former guardsmen from Loget, just like you. One of them throws a glance in your direction. Good to see you back on your feet, Barnabas. Previous. Ask him about your brother. Button. Ask him about your brother. He yawns. Bastard always been up to no good. Got corrupted long before the war. Like all the others who were assigned to slum patrol. The soldier seems to regret his words. Maybe a bit harsh, but you know what I'm talking about. Talk to the exiles. Button. Talk to the exiles. A one-eyed cultist is handing out pieces of cabbage to the hungry exiles. Among them is a famished orphan, no more than 5 years of age. The cultist turns to you with empty hands. Forgive me, but I have nothing left to offer. Observe the cultist. Button. Observe the cultist. Another doomsayer, dressed in plain wool garments. This one is bald with a braided brown beard. His left eye is missing, just like the woman who was here last night, but his presence is far less imposing. Ask the cultist about your brother. Button. Ask the cultist about your brother. The doomsayer seems confused. Oleg Barnabas? Never heard of him. Absent-mindedly scratching the scar tissue around his empty eye socket, he voices a seemingly rehearsed lamentation. Families are torn apart in this dark age. It happens every day. Doom on TM Curious. Ask the cultist about his missing eye. Button. Ask the cultist about his missing eye. The doomsayer explains. The mark of true believers. We remain fearless in the face of doom. We give one eye to the fire. Such is the way of Wodan, prophet of Comet. Observe the crowd. Button. Observe the crowd. Used. A motley crowd is gathered here. Among them is a young female monk, who is distinguished by her brown robe. Aside from the orphan child, the rest is a bunch of rough-looking men, still displaced in the aftermath of war. Observe the crowd. Used. Ask the monk about your brother. But ask the monk about your brother. The hooded monk replies, huh? No idea who that is. Ask the monk about the orphan child. Ask the monk about the orphan child. The monk is distracted by the words of the doomsayer. After a while, she mumbles, beg your pardon. Yeah, the child lost her parents in the war, and the rest of her kin were wiped out by raiders a while back. I'll bring her to the poorhouse later. Ellipsis. Facebook. Observe the crowd. Used. Button. Ask the exiles about your brother. Button. Ask the exiles about your brother. Used. You exchange a few words with a wandering factotum. Upon hearing about your brother, he replies, Barnabas? Name does ring a bell. Ellipsis. Back in Loget. Before the war. Ellipsis. He kept the slums under control. Law-abiding, honest workers like me were glad to have him around. Gutter snipes and smugglers were running scared. Those were the days. Ellipsis. Observe the crowd. Ask the exiles about. Approach the gate. But approach the riverbank. Button. Approach the riverbank. You notice that most of the soldiers in the outpost are seasoned veterans. Among them is your former teacher, who guided your hands in the ways of swordsmanship during your first year in the militia. The old man seems to be heading towards the proving grounds. Catch up with him. Button. Mind your own business. Catch up with him. Button. Catch up with him. Your former teacher is carrying a bundle of wooden swords. He doesn't seem to recognize you. Salute, young soldier. Long time no see. Button. Long time no see. The bearded martial instructor halts on the riverbank. It takes a moment before he remembers. Ah, young Barnabas. Forgive me, but I have trained many recruits over the years. Ellipsis. It is no surprise that you did not recognize me, for I am but a shadow of my former self. Ellipsis. But it is no surprise that you did not recognize me. He shakes his head. The mark of weariness. Ellipsis. A sad sight to behold. Most crumble under the burden of injured pride, but some persevere and rise to greater heights. Seek me out on the proving grounds if you wish to rebuild. Not many young bloods among the soldiers here. Seems like the militia should fetch some new recruits. Ellipsis. Button. Not many young bloods among the soldiers here. He nods and sighs. Right you are. Ellipsis. But good help is hard to find, especially now. Have you seen the red scar on the black firmament? Button. Ask him about your. Have you seen the red scar on the black? Have you seen the red scar on the black firmament? Of course. Doom on TM Kiris? Or so they say. Ellipsis. He shrugs. But I am no augur. The movement of celestial objects do not concern me. Anthills rise and palaces crumble. Ellipsis. Worlds apart. Ask him about your brother. Button. Ask him about your brother. The old man gives it some thought. Haven't seen him for a week or so. Ellipsis. But I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Salute. Button. Salute. Come hell or high water, the militia prevails. Ellipsis. The old man continues on his way down the riverbank. Look around. Button. Look around. Button. Look around. Map. Button. The embankment of the frozen river is kept under the watchful eye of a soldier, who is guarding a shack near the jetty. A merchant is hawking his wares from the back of his ox-drawn carriage. Talk to the soldier. Button. Talk to the soldier. Button. Talk to the soldier. Used. Back on your feet. Huh? Talk to the soldier. Used. Talk to the soldier. Used. Your brother told me that he sometimes goes back to the ruins of Logut. Ellipsis. I don't remember if he said anything else. We were quite drunk at the time. Talk to the soldier. Trade with the merchant. Button. Trade with the merchant. Used. Arrow. Hunting bow. Sword stick. Sword stick. A bronze blade. Combat 2 to income. Replace slot. Buy for 27 gold. Buy for 27 gold. Arrow. Hunting. Swords. Weapon. Armor. 1. Armor. Barrel lid. Barrel lid. This round. 50 income. Replace slot. Buy for 2 gold. Buy for 2 gold. Current gold. Barrel lid. Weapon. Armor. 1. Food. 1. Collapse. Food. 1. Flask of pear cider. Widely appreciated. 4. Buy for 8. Flask. Weapon. Buy for 18 gold. Current gold. 2. Buy for 18 gold. 4 uses. Widely appreciated among the peoples of TM Kiris. Brewed by the monks of the Finrisian monastery. Sell items tab. Close by items tab. Inventory tab. Has updated. Picked up the cider. Inventory tab. Trade with the picked up the cider at the monastery. Gonna head south to the river shrine. Not yet, but soon. Ellipsis. Talk to the trade with the merchant. Used. Explore the proving grounds. Button. Map. Button. Explore the proving grounds. Button. Map. Character. Inventory tab. Inventory tab. Sword stick new. Sword stick. Combat action. A bronze blade is concealed within this wooden cane. Going for a walk? Might need to stab somebody. Combat act 2 to 4. Encumbrance. Replaces. Slots. Equip. Button. Unequip. Sword stick. Wooden staff. Weapon 2. Armor. 3. Armor. Barrel lid new. Fermental. Barrel lid new. Barrel lid. This round. 50. Income. 50. Income. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. Close inventory tab. Picked up. Talk to the soldier. You trade with the merchant. Use. Explore the proving grounds. Explore the proving grounds. Previous. The proving grounds are enclosed by walls of granite. Quite a few militia soldiers are busy sparring and exercising here. The snow on the ground has turned to sludge. Look around. Button. Look around. Your old martial instructor is here. He is currently preoccupied with a sparring session between 2 soldiers. One of them looks like a new recruit. The other one is clearly a seasoned veteran. Speak to the martial instructor. Button. Speak to the martial instructor. You're here. Good. That's a start. Hold on a second. Ellipsis. He turns to the sparring partners and shouts. Gentlemen, you will have to proceed without me. The martial instructor looks back at you. This takes priority. Put the mark of weariness on a master swordsman? Huh, we're gonna show him what you're made of. Don't expect too much. Button. Don't expect too much. He laughs. I have trained a few dozen masters in my day. Some of them are superior to the Barnabas brothers, but not many. Ellipsis. Let's begin. Button. Let's begin. The martial instructor picks up a wooden sword. Right. Start with the basics. A sound beating. All of a sudden, he dashes towards you, unleashing a flurry of strikes. Defend yourself. Button. Initiating combat. Martial instructor. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5 damage. Critical -6. Attack. -2. Punch. Move. Apply combat stick. Apply. Activate. Defensive 1 action. Martial instructor's turn. Active. Martial instructor. Distance from you. 1. Attack. -15. Attack. -16. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5 attack. -3. Puncture. Caught. -5. Move away. Punch. Attack. 3. Attack. -3. Martial instructor's turn. Attack. -18. Attack. Critical -29. Out of breath and aching all over. You feel just about done. How's that? For starters. He laughs. Lesson number 1. Pain is nothing. A soldier must acknowledge no pain. Quests tab. Notifications. 7. Gold -27 gained sword stick. Gold -2 gained barrel lid. Gold -18 gained flask of pear cider. Gain 10 experience. Button. Previous. Main gold. Encumbrance. Level 3. Health points 35 of 110. Understood. Button. Easier said. Understood. Button. Understood. He rifles through a satchel. Next lesson. Drinking. He hands over a clay jug. Gelderbra. The strongest ale on the Western Highlands. Bottoms up. Drink. Button. Drink. The strong ale is despicable and mesmerizing. The martial instructor explains. A soldier must drink, so that wounds are soon forgotten, and he must lose control. He approaches death when his form is rigid. No man shall predict his movement. A drunken soldier will forget his woes and split you sideways from angles unseen. Previous. Force of habit. Ellipsis. Everything in moderation. Force of habit. Force of habit. Ellipsis. Perhaps the most dangerous of all forces. When the walls are closing in, your patterns of movement are no longer what they once were. The world is chaotic by nature. That brings me to the third and final lesson. I'm listening. Notifications 2. Gained Eldrum. Health plus 40. Button. Perhaps the most dangerous of all. I'm listening. Button. I'm listening. The martial instructor begins a sequence of sword strikes, punctuating each sentence with a violent slash from different angles. He explains, a soldier must be a force of nature. His exertions are mind-bending. He swings the blade like a river delta. His form is tempestuous, overextending if need be, always unrelenting, never cautious. Notifications 1. Gain 10 experience. Button. No holds barred. Button. No holds barred. Exactly. Crouching down, he fetches another jug of ale from the satchel. He takes a swig and wipes off his beard. That hit the spot. Now let's try again. This time, I want you to come at me with everything you've got. Whenever you're ready. Attack. Character tab. Attack. Button. Initiating combat. Attack. Martial instructor. Your turn. End turn. Apply combat stand. Aggressive. Defensive. Aggressive 1 actions. Activate. Defensive 1 action. Aggressive 1 action. Attack. 3 to 5. -2. -2. Effects. Aggressive. Attack. -18. Attack. Evade. Your turn. Attack. Puncture. Critical -10. Attack. Attack. Unavailable. 3 to 5 damage. -3. Attack. Evade. Martial instructor's turn. Lock. Attack. Lock. Your turn. Attack. Puncture. Critical -10. Attack. Attack. Unavailable. 3 to 5. -3. -3. Your turn. Attack. 3 to puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. -3. Puncture unavailable. -5. Martial instructor's turn. Attack. -15. Attack. Evade. Your turn. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture on attack. 3 to attack. -4. Puncture unavailable. -4. Attack. Attack. -3. Martial instructor's turn. Aggressive stance. Lock. Your turn. Your health. 42 of 110. Effect. Your action. Martial instructor. Selected. Distance from you. 1. Health. 200 of 276. Protection. 0. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture. Attack. 3 to evade. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. Evade. Martial instructor's turn. Attack. -16. Attack. Lock. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -3. Puncture unavailable. -5. Attack. -3. Martial instructor's turn. Attack. -15. -6. That's enough. You did pretty well, all things considered. Remember, just throw yourself into the fray. Reckless abandon. It's how the war was won. The martial instructor salutes you. No notifications. Dimmed. That's a salute the martial instructor. Salute the martial instructor. The proving grounds are enclosed by walls. Previous. Gold. Income. Level. Health points 20 of 110. Speak to the map. Button. Speak to the martial instructor. Speak to the martial instructor. Used. Your old teacher has speak to the martial. Look for a spar. Your old teacher has turned his attention to a couple of sparring sessions, giving advice and commentary as he walks back and forth between them. Speak to the look for a sparring partner. Button. Look for a sparring partner. There doesn't seem to be anyone available. As you walk across the proving grounds, you feel as if you might learn something from just watching the training sessions as they unfold. Speak. Observe. Button. Observe. You spend some time observing the sparring soldiers. You pick up on a few subtleties of melee combat, nothing you haven't seen before, but sometimes one must be reminded of lessons already learned. Speak to the martial map. Character tab. Quest. Notifications 1. Gain 10 experience. Button. Inventory tab. Character tab. Map. Button. Map. Area. Riverside out. Proving. Riverbank. Button. Proving grounds. Current location. Riverbank. Button. Riverbank. Travel interrupted by encounter. As you're about to leave the proving grounds behind, you cross paths with a woman wearing a winged helmet. She seems vaguely familiar. Her blonde braids flutter as she turns to face you with a smile. By the great wolf, you have recovered. As you're about to leave the... Indeed, I have. Took me long enough. But here I am. Ellipsis. Button. Indeed, I have. Took me long enough. Still smiling, the woman with the winged helmet nods. Back on the proving grounds already. That's dedication. Color me impressed. Aside from my old teacher, it seems like people don't have time for a broken veteran like me. Ellipsis. Button. Aside from my old teacher, it seems like people say it ain't so. You can spar with me, if you want. I'd be happy to give you a few pointers. It's the least I can do, considering that you and your brother saved my life back in Logat. Ah, so that's where I know you from. Ellipsis. Ah, so that's where I know you from. She laughs. Figured you might have forgotten about me. Back in the burning city, damsels in distress were dime a dozen, I suppose. But where are my manners? I never did introduce myself. Claudia Bergstatter is the name. It's good to see you again, Claudia. Shall we get started? Button. It's good to see you again, Claudia. Shall we? Sure. Wait here. I'll be right back. Claudia salutes the martial instructor as she goes to fetch a wooden sword from the pile. They exchange a few words. She nods eagerly as your old teacher seems to explain something to her, though you can't hear what they are talking about. Wait until she comes back. Button. Wait until she comes back. She approaches with a serious expression on her face. Right. So from what I gather, your problem is not a lack of skill. What you need is to build yourself up. Ellipsis. Sounds about right. So what do you suggest? Button. Sounds about right. So what do you suggest? Physical exercise. But that will take time. For now, there are things that I can't show you. Ellipsis. Certain techniques that may unlock your inner potential. All you need to do is listen and keep an open mind. I'm listening. Ellipsis. But I'm listening. Ellipsis. Your spirit is broken. I can't see it in your eyes, but a broken spirit can be mended. You see, before I became a soldier, I was taught in the ways of my people, the mountain folk of Hydron. They taught me that mind and body are intertwined. Strength comes from within, for spirit animates flesh. Ellipsis. Mountain folk? So you're a barbarian. Ellipsis. Mountain folk? So you're a barbarian. She laughs. Yes, I suppose that's true. Or at least I used to be. The militia offered me a path to citizenship. And believe it or not, I know how to read and write. Now would you please be quiet and pay attention? I'm trying to help. Ellipsis. Go on. Ellipsis. Button. Go on. Ellipsis. Mountain folk are different from others, because we do not worship gods. Higher beings are beyond our grasp. We stay close to nature. Animal spirits reside in each and every rock. We draw power from the spirits by understanding their nature. Now, close your eyes and heed the following question. Ellipsis. Close your eyes and listen. Close your eyes and listen. 3 spirits dwell in this place. The question is, will you be quick on your feet like the wolf? Or will you crush your enemies like the bear? Or will you survey the battlefield with the eyes of a hawk? The choice is yours. The wolf, the bear, the hawk. Button. The hawk. Envision clouds and mountaintops. High above the forest hills you soar, given rise by wings majestic. The sky is your domain. Up here, you are untouchable. Ellipsis. Keep listening. Button. Keep listening. Nothing escapes you. The world below is yours for the taking. You catch sight of a moving target, and so you swoop down to snatch an unsuspecting rabbit from the hilltop. Elsewhere, the hawk lives to see another day. You may open your eyes. Open your eyes. Button. Open your eyes. Button. Open your eyes. Slowly, the strange dream is replaced by cold reality. The noise from the proving grounds envelopes you like a rising tide. Claudia stands in front of you with her arms folded. How does it feel? Notifications 1. Perception +1. Button. Slowly, as if anything is possible. Button. As if anything is possible. That's the spirit. She laughs. Now how about that sparring session? Bet you can't wait to show me a thing or two. Ready when you are. Button. Initiating combat. Claudia Bergstadter's turn. Aggressive stance. -13. Your turn. Apply combat. Defensive. Activate. Defensive 1 action. Attack. 3 to 5. Protected. Puncture unavailable. Attack. 3. Attack. Critical -5. Your advantage. 0. Claudia Bergstadter's turn. Evade. Attack. Evade. Your turn. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture. Attack. Sword. Barrel. Your advantage. Your health. Effect. Your action. Claudia Bergstadter. Selected. Distance from you. 1. Health. 80 of 85. Protection. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture. Attack. Swords. Attack. Attack. Protected. Puncture. -4. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -3. Claudia Bergstadter's turn. Attack. Evade. Attack. -14. Health point. Claudia steps back, adjusting her winged helmet. She says, good effort. You still have a long way to go. Just keep at it. You'll be back to your old self in no time. Notifications 1. Failed charisma check. Button. No notifications. Dimmed. I hope you're right. Goodbye, Claudia. Button. I hope you're right. Goodbye, Claudia. Farewell, Barnabas. And good luck out there. I will never forget what you did for me. Claudia Bergstadter salutes you and walks away. Leave the proving grounds. Button. Leave the proving grounds. The embankment of the frozen river is kept under the watchful eye of a soldier, who is guarding a shack near the jetty. A merchant is hawking his wares from the back of his ox. Talk to the trade with the map. Button. River proving campfire. Gallows. Button. Campfire. Infirmary. Button. Infirmary. Dimmed. Campfire. Infirmary. You have returned to the infirmary of Riverside Outpost. The front door is closed. Smoke is rising from the chimney. Enter the infirmary. Used. Enter the infirmary. Used. Sister Agatha is alone in the dormitory, wrapped in a wolf hide. She lies on the floor in front of the burning fireplace, writing on a parchment with ink and quill. Look around. Used. Button. Talk to Sister Agatha. Button. Talk to Sister Agatha. You approach the woman in the white robe, without looking up from the parchment on the floor. She says, what do you want, soldier? Observe the monk. Button. Observe the monk. The young monk keeps her brown hair in a tight bun. Her facial features are unremarkable, if not beyond reproach. Ask for medical assistance. Button. Ask for medical assistance. Used. Having cleaned and patched up your wounds, the monk says, there you go. Try to be more careful in the future. Notifications 2. Gain 10 experience. Health plus 109. Button. Having cleaned. Ask for medical assistance. Purchase medical supplies. Button. Purchase medical supplies. Use. Bandages. Medicine. Bandages. Bandages. Medical supply. 3 use it. Buy for 27 gold. Current. Buy for 20. Buy for 20. Buy for 20. Buy for 20. Buy for 27 gold. Sell items. Close by items tab. Sell items tab. Tab. Close by items. Notifications 10. 5 gold minus 27. 5 times gain bandages. Button. You know where. Ask for. You know where to find me. Ask. Purchase. Ask about your map. But ask about your brother. Ask about your brother. Used. Your brother was right here when I came to the outpost last week. He was watching over you. I don't know where he is now. Ellipsis. Ask for purchase medical supply. Ask about your brother. Map. Button. Map. Infirmary. Camp area. Infirmary. Campfire. Button. Campfire. Dimmed. Campfire. Soldiers and exiles are huddled around the burning campfire. Talk to the soldiers. You talk to the approach the gate. Button. Map. Button. Approach the gate. Approach the gate. The gates to Riverside Outpost are wide open. Longbowmen survey the frozen wilderness from the watchtowers. A guard is talk to the guard. The gates to talk to the guard. Talk to the guard. A rusty iron claymore is resting on his shoulder, descending from a black fur cowl. His blonde beard is tangled in thick braids. He growls. What? Ask him about your brother. Button. Ask him about your brother. Fetch me a drink. Then we'll talk. Give him the jug of Gelderbra. Button. Give him a flask of pear cider. Button. Give him a flask of pear cider. He groans. Been drinking the same damn thing all week. Merchant better pick up something else next time. The guard takes a big sip, followed by a bittersweet grimace. Cheers. You're welcome. Ellipsis. He groans. You're welcome. Ellipsis. But you're welcome. Ellipsis. Give me a sec. Ellipsis. Just gotta get my composure. Ellipsis. He burps. Remain silent. Button. Remain silent. He starts coughing. Ahem. HRRM. The name's Warren. Your brother's a friend of mine. He once told me about a safe house north of here. It's a basement near the Tower Mill, somewhere on the Killing Fields, not too far from the main road. Might be worth looking into. Serlo is already on his way. Ellipsis. Previous. Serlo. Button. Glad to see that he's making Serlo. Button. Serlo? Yeah, he's one of us. Weakest link, but still. Ellipsis. We stick together, cause we patrol the same areas. 4 of us. Apex killers. Worst of the worst. We all pale in comparison to your brother, though. Ellipsis. Except maybe Armel. Glad to see that he's making friends. Usually not the case. Button. Glad to see that he's making friends. Usually makes friends with whores. Mostly. Ellipsis. The amount of seed he is dumping out there. Ellipsis. Boggles the mind how many bastards he must have spawned. Ellipsis. The drunken guardsman starts laughing. It sounds like death rattles bubbling in a pit of sewage and vomit. I can't see how the two of you would get along. Button. I can't see how the two of you would get along. Beautiful, ain't it? End of the world brought us together. Soldiers in a broken land, trying to pick up the pieces. Ellipsis. Killing Fields? Button. Killing Fields? He laughs. Used to be known as the Golden Plains. Poisoned by the godless invaders. Left barren till the end of time. Whole new world out there. See, while you were sleeping, the rest of us had to live in it. Ellipsis. What do you think might have happened? Button. What do you think might have happened? There's no telling what kind of trouble he's gotten himself into. Regardless, we're gonna see to it that he makes it back in one piece. Ellipsis. Leave the outpost. Button. Leave the outpost. You head out on the country road. Ravens and rooks nest among the branches of barren tree tops. Blinding white hills rise below clouded winter skies. Look around. Button. Follow the road. Look around. Button. Look around. Used. Years have gone by since you last laid eyes on this landscape, which lies at the heart of the western highlands. A screaming tempest shrouds the northern hills. Elsewhere, the skies remain calm above the rugged terrain of cliffs and deep forests. The frozen river meanders along the road to the south. Look around. Used. Follow the road. Button. Follow the road. You walk for a few minutes until you reach a crossroads, where a sign has been posted. Read the sign. Button. Read the sign. The inscriptions read as follows. N.E. Riverside Outpost. N.W. Golden Plains. Great City of Roburg. W. Fenris Woodlands. S. River Shrine. Character tab. Tab. Map. Button. Head northwest to the city ruins. Button. Head west to the Fenris Woodlands. Button. Head south to the River Shrine. Button. Head south to the River Shrine. Keep walking. The skies remain clear above the country road. There is not a soul in sight, though the impressions in the snow reveal that there has been a lot of traffic here recently. Look around. Button. Keep walking. Look around. Button. Look around. To your left, the Finrisian Monastery lies beyond the sacred orchards across the frozen river, and to your right, the forest hills are buried in snow. Between the forest and the riverbank, the country road meanders from north to south as far as the eye can't see. Admire the monastery from afar. Button. Admire the monastery from afar. Holiest among places on TM Kiris, the ancient walls and spires are still standing. Keep walking. Button. Keep walking. The country road slithers up and down the hills between the forest and the western bank of the frozen river. You walk alone, or so it may seem. Crunching footsteps in the snow can be previous. The country road slithers up and down the hills between the forest and the western bank of the frozen river. You walk alone, or so it may seem. Crunching footsteps in the snow can be heard from the hilltop behind you. Listen. Button. Listen. Judging by the sound, the person behind you is alone, walking at a brisk pace. Look back, button. Stop walking, button. Look back, look back. You catch sight of a dark silhouette, possibly a man of heavy build, though his features are obscured by the winter sun. You discern the ominous shape of a sharp spear. Stop walking, button. Keep walking, button. Stop walking, button. Stop walking. The lone ruffian approaches, dressed in rags and patchwork fur. He holds a sharp stick in one hand and carries a coil of rope with the other. He grins, revealing multiple gaps between his front teeth. Glad I caught up to ye. Oh yeah, why is that, button? Oh yeah, why is that? You're Barnabas, right? Young veteran from Logut? Yes, that's me. What do you want, button? Yes, that's me. What do you want? Business. You're coming with me, like it or not. What kind of business, button? What kind of business? Price on your head. Alive. So don't you worry. Where to, button? Where to? Not for you to know. Who is your employer, button? Who is your employer? Beats me. Faceless behind shadow. Deep pockets. Word is, deals get done proper. All I need to know. Why me, button? Why me? Enough talk. Leave me alone, button. Leave me alone. He shakes his head, still grinning. Nah, the haggard stranger steps closer, brandishing his wooden spear. Fight him, button. Initiating combat. Bounty hunter, bounty hunter's turn. Attack, block. Your turn. Your action points, effect, your health, your advantage, barrel lid, sword stick, attack, 3 to 5, attack, -3. -4, punch, move, apply combat stand, apply, activate stand, activate, aggressive, defensive 1 action protection, your turn. Activate stand, effects, defense, your health, your barrel, swords, attack, puncture, cost, 1 act, puncture unavailable, -4, attack, 3, -4, attack, -3, bounty hunter's turn. Block. Your turn. Your health, 110 of 110. Your sword stick, press to attack, puncture, cost, 1 action, puncture, cost, -5, attack, attack, -3, attack, -3, bounty hunter's turn. Defensive stance. Your turn. Barrel lid, your barrel, swords, attack, 3 to 5, attack, -4, -4, puncture, -5, your turn. Barrel lid, your barrel, sword stick, attack, 3, attack, -4, puncture, -5, puncture, cost, 1. You quickly gain the upper hand, despite feeling rusty. Before you are able to deliver the final blow, your opponent is struck down by a projectile. It came from the east, piercing his neck, and locking his face in a permanent grimace. Twitching on the side of the road, the man bleeds out in the snow. Look around, button. Look around. Your gaze wanders along the riverbank until you catch sight of a hooded crossbowman. Coming this way, the tall man in the brown leather cloak walks across the frozen river. Who goes there, button? Who goes there? A friend. Thought you might need some help. The man in the brown cloak puts away his crossbow and takes a few careful steps across the icy rocks on the riverbank. You are struck by a feeling of vague uncertainty. Something about this man seems familiar, somehow. Observe the hooded crossbowman, button. Observe the hooded crossbowman. A lifelike bronze face mask glimmers below the hood. A bejeweled crossguard glistens above the ornate scabbard on his belt. Broadsword, crossbow, mask, and cloak. These are the marks of the monastic inquisitor, who embodies law and inspires fear. Never before have you seen this man, but you have heard enough stories to paint a picture. Salute the inquisitor, button. Salute the inquisitor. Blessings, young soldier. His eyes and lips are visible through the apertures on his bronze mask, yet it seems uncanny when he speaks behind the motionless metal, sculpted by a masterful hand. The dignified visage evokes the stern judgment of higher beings. Notifications 3. Lost flask of pear cider. Gained 5 experience. Gained 10 experience. Button. Previous. Character tab. Tab. Close. Level 3. Experience 415 of 450. Attributes. Open to derivatives. Heading. Close character tab. Blessings. Young soldier. His eyes and lips are visible through the continue on your way. Button. Continue on your way. The monastic inquisitor walks with you. Seems like we're headed in the same direction. Might as well stay close until we get to the river shrine. Agreed. Button. Agreed. Keep your eyes on the road and the forest. The masked inquisitor falls back to reload his crossbow, marching a few steps behind you. He says, let me know if you spot any moving targets. I had some questions. I had some questions. Ellipsis. The inquisitor replies, usually, it's the other way around. But go ahead. Ellipsis. What are you doing out here? Button. What are you doing out here? Could ask you the same question. I am searching for my brother. Button. I had a question about a different. I am searching for my brother. I am searching for my brother. A wayward soldier? Does not bode well. Dead. Captured or marked for death. Those are the fates. Harsh as it may seem. Perhaps we can help each other out. Button. A wayward soldier. Perhaps we can help each other out. Perhaps we can help each other out. There's no telling what the future holds. So, tell me about your mission. Ellipsis. So, tell me about your mission. Ellipsis. Books were stolen from the monastery. Tomes of genealogy. Copies exist elsewhere. No matter. Perpetrators must be questioned, thoroughly, and punished, severely. Interesting. I will let you know if I uncover any useful information. Ellipsis. Interesting. I will let you know if I uncover any. Likewise. I had a question about a different topic. Ellipsis. Button. I had a question about a different topic. Ellipse. Ask away. Still got a long road ahead of us. Have you seen the red serpent in the night sky? Button. Have you seen the red serpent in the night sky? Of course. We have all seen the fire drake and black void above sky. What does it mean? Button. What does it mean? As much as anything else, far as I'm concerned, a harbinger of doom, according to some, the most wretched among them considered an object of worship. You speak of the doomsayers. Ellipsis. Button. You speak of the doomsayers. Ellipsis. Indeed. Cursed be the tribe of No. The tribe of No. Button. The tribe of No. The true name of their cult. Fitting, because Wodan the false prophet preaches a doctrine of negation. According to him, this is a world in which all things are wicked and unjust, soon extinguished by the sky serpent. Ellipsis. A chosen few will rise from the ashes, or so they believe. Ellipsis. Previous. Indeed. I wanted to ask you about something else. Ellipsis. I wanted to ask you about something else. Ellipse. No sign of present danger. Questions will do us no harm. Ellipsis. What is your name? Button. What? What is your name? I am he who is without name. For how long have you served as monastic inquisitor? Are there others like you? For how long have you served as monastic inquisitor? 18 years. There is no other. This mask will hide another face when I am left to rot. Never mind. Let's keep moving. Button. Never mind. Let's keep moving. You follow the country road until you finally catch a glimpse of the highland banner above the treetops. Rock walls rise from the rugged terrain. Further down the road, a pair of standing stones are capped off by a slab of granite, marked by runes. The gateway darkens a diverging path. Previous. 8. Read the inscription. Button. Read the inscription. Large runes have been carved across the surface of the horizontal capstone. The inscription reads, River Shrine. Step through the gateway. Button. Step through the gateway. Look around. Beyond the gateway is a forking path, paved with limestone, sheltered by rocks and spruce. Oxen roam the encampment of a dormant caravan. Monks gather firewood. Beggars are huddled near the stockpile. The Inquisitor forges ahead, climbing the shadows of the rugged terrain. Look around. Button. Look around. The path forward leads to the shrine. 2 stories high, it stands next to the poorhouse at the foot of a steep hill, and across the bridge over the chasm, a twisted monolith casts a crooked shadow over Wargrave Cemetery. Talk to the caravan master. Button. Talk to the caravan master. The caravan master is a tall man with an olive complexion and a long black beard. His wife is feeding the oxen while the children run around, laughing and playing in the snow. Other members of his crew are milling about. He greets you with a faint smile on his face. What do you need, soldier? How's business? Button. How's business? He shrugs. Could be worse. Times are hard. Did we make a profit? Yes, we did. Was it worth it? I'm not so sure about that. Lives were lost. You see, Ellipsis, there is always money to be made, but souls never come back from the underworld. Ellipsis. Can I have a look at your wares? I'm looking for my brother. He's a soldier named Alec Barnabas. Ellipsis. Button. I'm looking for my brother. He's a soldier named. You're his brother? Small world. Met him a few times. Not a bad sort. Bit rough around the edges, but good for business. Kept the roads safe in the north. From what I gather, no idea what he's up to these days. Ellipsis. Can I have a look at. I have to get going. Can I have a look at your wares? Button. Can I have a look at your wares? Sure, but there's not much left. Our business here is concluded. More or less. We are planning to depart soon. Let's trade. What's your destination? Button. What's your destination? Penumbria. The way things are going, it seems like the best choice. We'd rather go back to our homeland, but people tell me that the border to Trinicet is closed. Let's trade. Button. Let's trade. Used. Arrow. Bastard sword. Bronze throwing knife. Weapon, 3. Armor, 2. Collapsed. Armor, 2. Expanded. Boiled leather vest. Studded leather. Boiled leather vest. Boiled leather vest. A sleeveless dark leather shirt with shoulder straps. The hardened material provides a decent amount of protection. 4 armor. Up. Encumbrance 5. Requirement not met. Slots. Body. Buy for 105 gold. Current gold. 63. Dimmed. Button. Boiled leather. Studded leather helmet. Studded leather helmet. A brown helmet with a short iron spike up top. 2 armor. Encumbrance 2. Slots. Head. Buy for 88 gold. Current gold. 63. Dimmed. Button. Sell items tab. Close. Sell items tab. Close. Sell items tab. Tab. Sword stick. Equipped. Wooden staff. Weapon 2. Expanded. Armor 3. Food. Medicine. Tool. Treasure. 2, 1 new. Collapse. Treasure. 2, 1 new. Chain of Bassethet. Equipped. Silver coin. 11 new. Silver coin. 11 new. Foreign currency. Sell for. Chain of. Sell for 1 gold. Current gold. Sell for 1. Sell for. Sell for 1. Sell for 1. Sell for. 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 Sell for 1. Close sell. Medicine. Food. 1. Armor. 3. Collapsed. Close sell items tab. Sell. Previous. Main menu. Gold. Pleasure doing business. Previous. Pleasure doing business. Previous. Main menu. Gold. 74. Encumbrance. 11 of 13. Level. 3. Encumbrance. 11 of 13. Gold. 70. Main menu. Previous. Pleasure doing business. Let's trade you. When are you leaving? Button. When are you leaving? Once my business partner arrives from Riverside Outpost. Let's trade used. But I have to get going. Farewell. I have to get going. Farewell. The caravan master nods. Be seeing you. Walk away. Button. Walk away. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Smoke rises from the chimney of the poorhouse. Across the bridge over the chasm, a standing stone looms above the serpentine cliff path of Wargrave Cemetery. Talk to the caravan. Talk to the beggars. Button. Talk to the beggars. You recognize a familiar face among the exiles on Beggar's Row. Beaming with excitement, the crippled panhandler exclaims, "By the great wolf, it's ellipsis. You. It is really is you. After all this time. Ellipsis. Yes. Ellipsis. Button. Yes. Ellipsis. Back in the slums of Logut, I was known as Crooked Nikita, when our homes were torched by the godless imperial troops of Cadmelin. Ellipsis. My people fled in panic. Ellipsis. And I was trampled by the stampede. You are the soldier who snatched my mangled frame from the beaks of 1,000 rooks. Ellipsis. Of course. I remember now. Button. Of course. I remember now. Your selfless deed inspired me to abandon my old ways. The bones in my legs remain shattered. Ellipsis. Yet holy reverence shines a light on my soul. Exhumed from the shadows. I am no longer a master thief. I am no longer consumed by the lust for gold. Ellipsis. As a token of my gratitude, please accept this offering. Ellipsis. The tools of the trade. He hands over a lock pick. Take the lock pick. Button. Take the lock pick. May it serve you well. Good to see you again. Farewell. I have some questions. Ellipsis. I have some questions. Ellipsis. Of course. Anything you need. Ask him about your brother. Button. Ask him about your brother. Used. The former thief replies, "Yes, I remember your brother. Haven't seen him since the slums burned down. As a matter of fact, it's been a good while since I last saw any soldiers around here." Ellipsis. Ask him about your brother. Used. Ask him about the stolen books. Button. Ask him about the stolen books. Used. The river shrine has suffered numerous encroachments from roving bands of outlaws and barbarians during the last few months. I'd be surprised if there are any valuables left. Ask him about your brother. Used. Ask him how to attain peace of mind. Button. Ask him how to attain peace of mind. Breathe in. Breathe out. Count your blessings. Accept your limitations. Find beauty where it resides. Recognize truth however unpleasant it may seem. Ask him about your brother. Ask him. Farewell. Crooked Nikita. Quests tab. Has up. Notifications 13. 11 times sold 1 time silver coin for 1 gold. Gain lock pick. Gain 10 experience. Button. Notification. Previous. Breathe in. Ask him about your brother. Used. Ask him. Farewell. Crooked Nikita. Farewell. Crooked Nikita. Farewell. And may the gods shine a light on your path. Walk away. Button. Walk away. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Talk to the caravan master. You. Talk to Crooked Nikita. Button. Talk to the monks. Button. Approach the entrance to the river shrine. Button. Approach the entrance to the river shrine. The river shrine is 2 stories high. It was built on a foundation of granite blocks, which are partly submerged in the frozen river. The front door is open. Look around. But look up. Look around. But look around. The planks of a battered jetty lie buried under snow, and ice around the corner. The planks of a battered jetty lie buried. Look up. Button. Enter the planks of a battered. Look up. Button. Look up. Used. Rooks are perched on a ledge over the windowless facade. Snow lies thick on the slanted roof. Look up. Used. Enter the river shrine. Approach the jetty. Button. Approach the jetty. A couple of shady nomads are loitering on the riverbank. They are watching you like beasts of prey. Observe the nomads. Button. Observe the nomads. Used. The nomads are dressed in fur and leather. One is armed with a spear. The other is holding a knife. They keep staring at you. Observe the nomads. Ask the nomads what they are doing here. Button. Talk to the nomads. Used. Just minding our own business. Ellipsis. Observe the talk to the nomads. Talk to the nomads. Used. Got a right to be here. Same as anybody. Ellipsis. Observe the got a right to be here. Same as anybody. Ellipsis. Observe the nomad. Talk to the search the riverbank. Button. Search the riverbank. Someone has left a rucksack down by the jetty. There are some old clothes and torn blankets inside. The nomad thugs are still watching your every move. The tall one asks, "Find anything good?" The other one snickers. Notifications 14. 11 times sold 1 times silver coin for 1 gold. Gain lockpick. Gain 10 experience. Gained will cap. Button. Inventory tab. Medicine. What? Medicine. Close. Close invent. Character. Scripture. Character. Character. Script. Treasure. Tool. Medicine. Food. 1. Armor. 4. 1 new. Armor. 4. Barrel lid. For mantle. Equip. Light for boots. Will cap new. Will cap. A 1 armor. Income. 1 arm. Income. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. Close inventory tab. Tab. Observe. Sum. Previous. Main. Gold. 70. Encumbrance. 12 of 13. Gold. 74. Main menu. Previous. Someone. Observe the note. Talk to the nomads. Used. Return to the. Talk to the nomads. Used. But. Return to the front entrance. Button. Return to the front entrance. You stand before the entrance to the river shrine. Look up. Used. Enter the river shrine. Button. Enter the river shrine. A funeral ceremony is being held in the ritual chamber, otherwise known as the death parlor. Holding. Look around. Button. Look around. Another hooded monk is guarding the door to your left. Wolf hides are laid out on the stone floor. 3 wolf skulls are cut from birch above each window lattice, through which one may glimpse the frozen river. Examine the examine the sarcophagus. Button. Examine the sarcophagus. You approach the altar, shrouded in white linen. The lifeless body of an old man lies in the open sarcophagus. His arms are folded, weighing down a furled parchment upon his chest. Listen to the eulogy. Button. Read the inscription above the door. Button. Read the inscription above the door. Used. Runes have been carved on a wooden beam. The inscription reads, Columbarium. Listen to the read the inscription above. Talk to the monk by the door. Button. Talk to the monk by the door. Used. No entry. Listen. Read the talk to the monk by the door. Talk to the monk by the door. Used. Be quiet. You are disturbing the ceremony. Listen. Read. Talk to pick the mourners. Talk to the monk by the door. Talk to the monk by the door. Used. No entry. Listen. Read the talk to pick the mourners' pockets. Button. Pick the mourners' pockets. You managed to steal a few coins from a young woman. It seems that you have done so without arousing suspicion. Listen. Read the talk to the monk by the door. Pick the mourners' pockets. Button. Pick the mourners' pockets. You steal a few coins from a middle-aged man. He eyes you suspiciously, but does not say anything. Seems. Listen to the eulogy. Read the talk to the monk by the pick the mourners' pockets. Button. Pick the mourners' pockets. You barely managed to pilfer a necklace from the pocket of an elderly matron. Best quit while you're ahead. Notifications 5. 2 times past agility check. Gold plus 9. Gold plus 7. Gained heirloom pendant. Button. Notifications. Inventory tab. Close. Medicine. Sword. Wooden staff. Medicine. Tool. Treasure. 2. Treasure. 2. 1 new. Chain of Bassethet. Heirloom pendant new. Heirloom pendant. The face of this tarnished copper amulet depicts the silhouette of a wolf biting its own tail. Protection plus 1. Replaces chain of Bassethet. Close inventory tab. You barely listen to the eulogy. Read the inscription above the door. Used. Talk to the monk by the door. Used. Button. Close your eyes and pray. Button. Talk to the monk by the door. Close your eyes and pray. Close your eyes and pray. You whisper a prayer to the great wolf. Doing so puts your mind at ease. Listen to the eulogy. Read the inscription above the talk to the exit the river shrine. Button. Exit the river shrine. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Smoke rises from the chimney of the poorhouse. Across the bridge over the chasm, a standing stone looms above the serpentine cliff path of Wargrave Cemetery. Notifications 1. Gained 5 experience. Button. The shrine is talk to the caravan master. Talk to enter the poor cross the bridge. Enter the poorhouse. Button. Enter the poorhouse. A murmur of voices quiets down when you open the door. Dozens of poor and famished people dwell inside. All of them stare at you for a moment, after which they resume their muttered conversations. The air is warm and pungent. Look around. Button. Character tab. Look around. Button. Look around. Used. The place is filthy and overcrowded. A one-eyed woman with a shaven head is stirring a cauldron by the fireplace. You remember her from the night when you awoke in Riverside Outpost. There are no other familiar faces among the people here. Look around. Ask the people about your brother. Button. Ask the people about your brother. They are just shaking their heads and giving you blank stares. It seems like none of them are willing to give you the time of day. Look around. Talk to the woman by the fireplace. Button. Talk to the woman by the fireplace. The bubbling cauldron reeks of strange brew. The one-eyed cultist keeps a wooden mallet close at hand. Her demeanor is calm and indifferent. She speaks in a foreign dialect. Well met, fellow traveler. Why are you here? I am looking for my brother. Ellipsis. I am looking for my brother. Ellipsis. She nods. Perhaps I can help you. Tell me about him. When did you last see him? His name is Alec Barnabas. He's a soldier. Like me. We fought side by side in the war. Haven't seen him since. Ellipsis. Character tab. His name is Alec Barnabas. He's a soldier. Raising an eyebrow. She replies. The war ended 9 months ago. I suffered grave injuries during the final battle. He left Riverside Outpost a few days before I awoke in the infirmary. Ellipsis. Button. I suffered grave injuries during the final battle. She muses. The sleeping soldier from the burning city, kept away from this world like a child in the womb. Now, born again. A new beginning. But the world is falling. Ellipsis. For 9 months, I was trapped in a world of endless nightmares. And now it seems that life is hopeless. Ellipsis. Button. For 9 months, I was trapped in a world of she puts her hand on your shoulder. No. Ellipsis. That your pain is mine. You and I are the same. We have lost so much. Ellipsis. We are not the same. I just don't know if I have the strength to go on. Ellipsis. I just don't know if I have the strength to go on. Dark times breed dark minds. Nothing strange about that. But you must not lose hope. This cold world is broken. True. But a better tomorrow is coming. And some of us will rise again. Play your cards right. And you may very well be among the chosen. You mentioned before that you might be able to help me. Ellipsis. Button. You mentioned before that you might be able to help me. Yes, ellipsis, you're not the first veteran to step through that door. There are others here, like you, ellipsis, and they might know something. They might not speak to you, but they speak to me, and the tribe of No walks the highlands from east to west, north to south. We will find your brother. That's great. I'll check back with you later. Ellipsis. That's great. I'll check back with you later. Wait, before you go, ellipsis, there is a man. You will find him on the summit of Wargrave Cemetery. He is the keeper of the shrine. I want you to deliver a message to him. Can you do this for me? Sure, I'll deliver the message. Button. Sure, I'll deliver the message. The one-eyed cultist hands over a clay tablet. Watch your step, soldier, and let me know when the job is done. I'll see you later. Button. I'll see you later. The heat inside the poorhouse is almost unbearable. The stench is probably worse. You are surrounded by a miserable crowd. Look around. Talk to. Exit the poorhouse. Button. Exit the poorhouse. The shrine is tucked away. Notifications 1. Gained clay tablet. Message to Keeper Dawn. Button. Inventory tab. Cloak. Tool. Treasure. Sword. Wooden staff. Weapon 2. Medicine. Tool. Treasure 2. Scripture 7. Scripture 7. Book. The Journal of Book. Clay tab. Pamphlet. Clay tablet. Message. Clay tablet. Message to keep. Runes are inscribed on this brick. Read. Button. Read. Close. Keeper Dawn. Close. But Keeper Dawn. Keeper Dawn. There is peace between us, in spite of our differences. This is a good thing. In times of great suffering, there is no need for strife. In the spirit of compromise, we make the following request. For the sake of his family, we ask that you allow for the proper burial of Conrad's remains. He has paid for his crimes, which were not sanctioned by the tribe of No, but his family is not guilty by association. They deserve closure. Respectfully, Polyphema of Tundra Barbarous. Close. Button. Notifications 1. Gained clay tablet. Message to read. Button. Book. The close inventory tab. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Smoke rises from the chimney of the poorhouse. Across the bridge over the chasm, a standing stone looms above. Talk to. Approach the entrance. Cross the bridge to Wargrave Cemetery. Button. Cross the bridge to Wargrave Cemetery. A hooded monk with a wooden staff is guarding the bridge. He speaks in a raspy voice. A word of warning. Violent outlaws are known to prey upon travelers in Wargrave Cemetery. Keep your eyes open. I'm a soldier. I know how to handle myself. But I'm a soldier. I know how to handle myself. The monk replies. I never would have guessed. We could certainly use more soldiers around here. But I suppose the militia has other priorities. Ellipsis. Keep walking. Button. Keep walking. Look around. Tombstones and sealed barrows are lined up along the cliff path. 10 years have gone by since you last set foot on Wargrave Cemetery. Place brings back a lot of memories, none of them pleasant. Look around. Button. Look around. For thousands of years, most of the people in the Western Highlands have been buried on the slopes of Wargrave Cemetery. Among them are your parents, whose graves can be found somewhere Closseby. Visit the graves of your parents. Button. Visit the graves of your parents. The cemetery is like a maze. It takes a while before you find the graves of your parents among the many burial sites. The runestones are placed next to each other in a shadowy grove. Take a moment to think back. Button. Take a moment to think back. Used. You were just a child when you attended the funeral of your mother, who died when your brother was born. Take a moment to think back. Used. Take a moment to think back. Used. 10 years ago, your father succumbed to a plague. After the funeral, you and your brother decided to join the militia. Examine your father's tombstone. Button. Examine your father's tombstone. Used. The inscription reads, Cal Barnabas the carpenter, husband, father of 3, date of birth unknown, place of birth unknown, died in his home on the Logat Riverfront, year 8429 A.C. Examine your father's tombstone. Used. Examine your mother's tombstone. Button. Examine your mother's tombstone. Used. The inscription reads, Ursula Barnabas the seamstress, wife, mother of 3, born on Arrowhead Peninsula, year 8386 A.C. Died in her home on the Logat Riverfront, year 8416 A.C. Examine your mother. Follow the path to the summit. Button. Follow the path to the summit. The ancient monolith is casting a long shadow from the peak of the snowy cliffs. A monk with a blue robe and a white staff is facing the sacrificial altar. Look around. Button. Look around. Button. Look around. Used. This high place is known by the name of Asmenhir. The great monolith is encircled by trees. The naked branches are bending in the cold wind. The bones of sacrificed oxen are piled up around the holy table. The monk pays no heed to your presence. Look around. Approach the monk. Button. Approach the monk. A raven has been sacrificed upon the altar. The robed monk is gazing at the blood and guts on the slab of granite. He seems to be in a state of deep concentration. Talk to the monk. Button. Talk to the monk. The old man snaps to attention, glaring at you with narrow eyes. He grumbles, must you people always bother me? The gods help those who help themselves. Ellipsis. Beg your pardon. Button. Beg your pardon. The monk shakes his head, muttering, no, my apologies. Thought you were someone else. Ellipsis. Who are you? Button. Who are you? The monk replies, I am Dawn, keeper of the shrine. What are you doing? Button. What are you doing? The monk points to the dead raven on the altar. He explains, blood and guts reveal the pattern of things to come. What have you learned? Button. What have you learned? Shaking his head, the monk sighs, nothing yet. Ellipsis. The gods remain silent. What is the meaning of the red serpent in the night sky? Button. What is the meaning of the red serpent in the night sky? The monk replies, that is the question. I hope to find the answer. Ellipsis. Do you think the world is ending? Button. Do you think the world is ending? No, but, ellipsis, seeing the world fall apart and the sky bleed. Ellipsis, it makes you think, what is the most compelling explanation? The answer is, ellipsis, doom. This is unfortunate. That's why the true answer must be found. That's why I seek it. Because we can't abide by such a philosophy. Ellipsis. Previous. The monk. Have you seen my brother? Button. Have you seen my brother? Shaking his head, the monk replies, I don't know him. Ellipsis. He sighs. Listen. People come to me all the time these days, asking about their loved ones. They're almost never found. Most likely they end up dead. Sounds harsh, but that's just how it goes. I have a message from Polyphema the Wise. Button. I have a message from Polyphema the Wise. You hand over the clay tablet. Keeper Don takes a moment to read the inscriptions. The old monk gives you a serious look. He says, tell Polyphema. Ellipsis. The answer is no. Understood. Button. That doesn't seem fair. Ellipsis. Button. That doesn't seem fair. Ellipsis. Fair. You are out of your depth. Conrad the Doomsayer was evil and godless. He burned down a church, killing the people inside. His crime was a declaration of war against our beliefs and traditions. Can't have it both ways. That wouldn't be fair. The family needs closure. They shouldn't be punished. The family needs closure. They shouldn't be punished. Raising an eyebrow, the monk replies, who do you think you are? He scoffs. My decision is final. Never mind. Button. Character tab. Never mind. But never mind. Word to the wise. You should stay away from the tribe of No. They are not what they seem. Fraternizing. Notifications 3. Lost clay tablet. Message to Keeper Don. Gain 10 experience. Failed charisma check. Button. Previous. Word to the wise. You should stay away from the tribe of No. They are not what they seem. Fraternizing with them won't do you any good in the long run. What do you mean by that? Button. What do you mean by that? It may seem like some people have all the answers, especially in times like this. Ellipsis. But the world keeps turning. The day will come when the false prophet is exposed and destroyed. Mark my words. His followers will be scattered to the four winds. His teachings are soon forgotten, for he is nothing more than a man. Remember that. Previous. Let's talk about something else. Button. Let's talk about something else. The old monk does not say anything. He looks at you with a patient expression on his. What is your main duty as keeper of the river shrine? Button. What is your main duty as keeper of the river shrine? The overseeing of burial rites. That's the essence of this place. The end of the road. We die, and yet we keep living. Our lives are eternal flow like the river. One drop of water is nothing, but it's a part of everything. Do you offer any services at the shrine? Button. Do you offer any services at the shrine? Of course. We make ceremonial garb and ornaments. Are you looking for grave offerings? Show me your wares. Farewell. Button. Farewell. May the gods shine a light on your path. Walk away. Button. Walk away. The ancient monolith is casting a long shadow from the peak of the snowy cliffs. The monk, look around. Approach the monk. Return to Wargrave Cemetery. But return to Wargrave Cemetery. You walk down the winding cliff path to Wargrave Cemetery. Having turned a corner, you spot a couple of bandits below. They are coming this way. Hide behind a tombstone. Button. Hide behind a tombstone. You crouch down behind a grave on the edge of the cliff. The two bandits walk by. One of them says, could have sworn I heard something. Ellipsis. The other one grumbles dismissively. Ambush the bandits. Button. Ambush the bandits. You leap out from your hiding place and hit one of the bandits in the back of his head. He stumbles a few steps forward and turns around, raising his cudgel. The other bandit roars, you'll regret this. Fight them. Button. Character tab. Notifications 3. Past perception check. Scoundrel health -6 gained 5 experience. Button. You leap out. Fight them. Button. Initiating combat. Scoundrel. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5 damage. -3. Critical -7. Punch. Move. Apply combat stance. Apply combat stance. Act. Aggressive. Defensive 1 action. Scoundrel's turn. Active. Scoundrel. Distance. Attack. -7. Bandit's turn. Move. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5 damage. -3. Puncture. Puncture. -7. Puncture unavailable. -6. Attack. Your turn. Puncture unavailable. Attack. 3 to attack. -2. -3. Puncture. -5. Bandit's turn. Evade. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -2. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. -3. Bandit's turn. Defensive stance. Your turn. Attack. 3 to -3. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. -3. Your turn. Attack. 3. Swords. Barrel. Your health. Effects. Your action. Scoundrel. Defeated. Dimmed. Bandit. Selected. Distance from you. 1. Health. 18 of 49. Turns. Current turn hold. Attack. 3 to -3. Puncture. -6. Attack. Attack. -3. Bandit's turn. Miss. Your turn. Attack. 3 to -3. Puncture. -6. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. Walk away. You strike them down without mercy. The bandits face death in Wargrave Cemetery. At least the burial arrangements will be convenient. Notifications 5. 2 times gain 10 experience. You leveled up. Gold +5 gain 2 times wooden cudgel. Button. Character tab. Tab. Character tab. Tab. Health. 100. Protection. 3. Charisma. Increase charisma with 1. Speed. 1 point. Resilient. Increase resilience with 1. Button. Resilient. 1 point. Speed. 1. Increase charisma. 3. Protection. 100. Health. 1. Increase strength. Increase strength with 1. Button. Increase strength with 1. Inventory tab. Close character tab. Close character tab. Health points 130 of 130. Level 4. Encumbrance 12 of 19. Gold 95. Main menu. Gold. Encumbrance 12 of 19. Gold 95. Main menu. Preview. You strike. Look around. Walk away. Button. Character tab. Walk away. Button. Look. Walk away. Button. Walk away. Tombstones and sealed barrows are lined up along the cliff path. The song of rooks can be heard from the barren tree tops. Visit the graves of your parents. Used. Button. Go down to the river shrine. Button. Visit the graves of your parents. Go down. Follow the path to the summit. Used. But character tab. Follow. Go down. Visit the graves of your parents. Go down to the river shrine. Button. Go down to the river shrine. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Smoke rises from the chimney of the poorhouse. Across the bridge over the chasm, a standing stone looms above the serpentine cliff path of Wargrave Cemetery. Talk to the caravan master. Used. Enter the poorhouse. Used. But enter the poorhouse. Used. The heat inside the poorhouse is almost. Look around. Talk to Polyphema the wise. Talk to Polyphema the wise. Used. The bubbling cauldron reeks of strain. I have delivered your message to Keeper Dawn. Button. I have delivered your message to Keeper Dawn. And what did he say? Your request is denied. Button. Your request is denied. That is unfortunate, but not unexpected. She sighs. Nevertheless, you did as you were told, and for this I am grateful. Do you have any information about my brother? Do you have any information about my brother? Be patient, young soldier. You are now a friend of the tribe of No. The word is out. If your brother is out there, then we shall find him. I hope you're right. Farewell. Button. I hope you're right. Farewell. The heat inside the poorhouse is almost unbearable. The stench is probably worse. You are surrounded by a miserable crowd of men, women, and children. They talk. Look around. You talk to. Exit the poorhouse. Used. Exit the poorhouse. Used. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the shrine. Talk to the monks. Approach. Cross the. Enter the map. Button. Map. Area. Highlands of Roberg. Riverside Outpost. River Shrine. Country Road. Button. Country Road. Dimmed. Country Road. You are standing at a crossroads, not far from the palisades of Riverside Outpost. A sign has been posted where the roads intersect. Read the sign. Head west to the Fenris Woodlands. Button. Head west to the Fenris Woodlands. Keep walking. You head west on the country road. Shadows of towering spruce darken the snowy hills. As you delve deeper into the Fenris Woodlands, you get the feeling that something is not right. Many years have gone by since you last set foot in this forest, but it was never this quiet back then, not even during wintertime. Take a moment to think back. Button. Take a moment to think back. You recall the days when you and your brother were out hunting together, children of the city, learning to live off the land, as any soldier should. Alec wasn't much of a marksman, and he was too impatient, but days went by quicker when he was at your side. Keep walking. Button. Keep walking. Felled by a cold gust of wind, snow drops from the branches around you. Up ahead, the road is blocked by the wreckage of a deserted carriage. Take a closer look at the wreckage. Button. Take a closer look at the wreckage. Riddled with arrows on all sides, the carriage seems to have been halted by strategically placed piles of rocks, leaving the front wheels broken. Look inside the carriage. Button. Look inside the carriage. At first glance, it seems as if the highwaymen made sure to leave nothing behind, but then you notice a broken silver necklace on the floor. You take it, knowing that the previous owner is long gone. Search the area around the carriage. Button. Search the area around the carriage. Naked and punctured by arrows, frozen corpses lie buried in the snow. Take the arrows. Button. Take the arrows. You rip out a few arrows from the frozen corpses on the ground. Continue on your way. Button. Continue on your way. The road curves upwards to the top of a hill, which overlooks a forest valley, a sight both familiar and breathtaking, one that brings back a lot of memories. Take a moment to think back. Button. Take a moment to think back. The Valley of Prey, ancestral hunting grounds of the woodland nomads. Before you had earned your stripes in the militia, the nomads were the masters of this forest, a force to be reckoned with, feared and hated. Keep thinking about the past. Button. Keep thinking about the past. There were always tensions between the militia and the nomads. 2 years ago, the nomads rebelled. You and your brother heard about the woodland uprising from a safe distance, thankful that city guardsmen were exempt from service. Keep thinking about the past. Button. Descend into the forest. Keep thinking about the past. You remember when you heard the news of militia's triumph. The nomad tribes were crushed and scattered to the wind. For days, people were celebrating in the streets of Logut. Never before had you seen your brother so drunk, and that's saying something. Descend into the forest valley. Descend into the forest valley. Map. Button. Map. But previous. Deep in the forest valley. Look around. Button. Look around. Ancient and majestic trees loom large upon the snowy hills. You detect no sign of movement, as if the silent forest was submerged in deep sleep. Notifications 4. Gain 10 experience. Past perception check. Gained broken silver necklace. Gain 3 times arrow. Button. Notifications. Ancient. Take a closer look at the roadblock. Button. Consider your option. Take a closer look. Take a closer look at the roadblock. You approach the makeshift barricade. Whoever did this had plenty of time on their hands, and some time has passed since then, because plenty of snow has piled up on top of it. Curiously, the stones are cut like building blocks. Consider your options. Button. Consider your options. Far beyond the barricade, the road will take you to the woodland outpost, westernmost bastion of the Roberg militia, but that's a long walk from here. You have a vague recollection of a hunting lodge, somewhere in the wilderness to the north. Climb over the barricade, head north to the hunting lodge, but head north to the hunting lodge. You abandon the country road and head north. Back when you and your brother underwent basic training, these woods were fraught with peril. Based on what you have seen so far, this remains true. A feeling of dread lingers in the quiet forest, where all you can hear is the sound of your own footsteps, crunching in the snow. Stay vigilant and keep moving. Button. Stay vigilant and keep moving. The mind plays tricks in the wilderness. You've seen it before. Shadows moving in the corner of your eye. Strange patterns like demons, where naked branches intertwine. It's all about keeping your head on your shoulders, knowing that the forest settles like an old mansion. Creaking, thumping, cracking. Stop and listen. Button. Stop and listen. Everything means something. Question is, what? And to whom? The sound of your footsteps means a whole lot to someone who'd like to have you for dinner, whether it be man or beast. And now, silence, but with a slight delay. Who, or what, is out there, if anything, or anyone? Look back. Button. Look back. Nothing, it seems. Just the haunting serenity of a quiet winter forest. Continue on your way. Button. Continue on your way. There it is. The hunting lodge. You can see it in the distance. Approach the hunting lodge. Button. Approach the hunting lodge. Look at the building, tucked away in the heart of the forest valley. The hunting lodge is a reassuring sight, reminding you of simpler times. But as you get closer, it becomes clear that the building has been ransacked and deserted. Look at the building. Button. Character tab. Look at the building. Button. Look at the building. Used. The front door is missing, and most of the window shutters are broken. Numerous arrows are stuck in the outer walls, and the Highland banner has been torn to shreds. Look at the building. Used. Enter the hunting lodge. But enter the hunting lodge. Many evenings were spent on this front porch, where soldiers would rest their weary legs after a long day of hunting. The floorboards creak as you approach the entrance. Take a moment to think back. Button. Take a moment to think back. Back in those days, you used to sit and watch the sunset with your brother, knocking back a few jugs of meat as you talked about your future in the militia. Proceed. Button. Proceed. You enter the main hall, where broken windows shed light on dead bodies and busted furniture. Look around. Button. Look around. Used. Snow has piled up on the floor beneath the windows. A handful of glimmering coins lie scattered among the frostbitten corpses. There's a food pantry in the room to your left, and there's a bedroom to your right. Look around. Used. Pick up the coins from the floor. Button. Pick up the coins from the floor. Having picked up the last coin from the floor, you notice that a small shield lies discarded in the corner of the room. Look around. Examine the dead bodies. Button. Examine the dead bodies. Soldiers, all of them, distinguished by the mark of allegiance on their left forearms. Their bodies have been stripped naked and left to rot. Look around. Take the shield. Button. Take the shield. You pick up the small shield from the floor. Look around. Take a look at the bedroom. Button. Inventory tab. Inventory. Medicine. Arrow. Close. Food. 1. Food. 1. Armor. Weapon. Armor. Armor. 5. 1. Barrel lid. Fermental. Barrel. Leather buckler new. Life. Leather buckler new. Leather buckler. A small wrap. Combat action. 10% block chance. Down. Encumbrance. 10% block chance. Down -5%. Close inventory tab. Look around. Use. Take a look at the bedroom. Button. Take another look at the bedroom. Nothing in here, except a couple of bunk beds and a plundered chest of drawers. Look around. Used. Button. Take another look at the bedroom. Used. Take another look at the bedroom. Used. There's a ladder going up to the attic. Look around. Climb the ladder from the bedroom to the attic. Button. Climb the ladder from the bedroom to the attic. The attic is dusty and messy. Daylight seeps in from the holes in the ceiling. Look around. Button. Look around. There's a bunch of old junk up here. Nothing of value. The only exception is a reinforced wooden chest. Looks like people already tried to break it open without success. Open the chest. Button. Open the chest. It's locked. You don't have the key. Disable the lock. Break it up. Disable the lock. Button. Disable the lock. Used. You insert the lock pick and get to work. It takes a while, but there are no distractions. You finally manage to disable the lock on the chest. Notifications 3. Gold +7 gained leather buckler. Gained 5 experience. Button. Character tab. Tab. Close Level 4. Close. Level. Experience 480 of 650. Inventory tab. Close character tab. Health points. You insert the lock pick. Open the chest. Button. Open the chest. Used. You find a decent amount of gold coins in the chest. Not bad. Not bad at all. Notifications 1. Gold +82. Button. Go back down. Character tab. Go back down to the main hall. You enter the look around. Climb the ladder from the search for food in the pantry. Button. Search for food in the pantry. The pantry has been looted already. Scraping the bottom of a barrel, you find a few pieces of dried meat that were left behind. Look around. You climb the ladder. Exit the hunting lodge. Button. Exit the hunting lodge. You step outside. The winter forest is quiet and ominous. A cold breeze whispers in your ear. Without words, it tells you to keep moving. Go back inside. Map. Button. Map. Area. Hunting lodge. Roadblock. Button. Reset. Roadblock. Roadblock. Travel interrupted by encounter. Guided by your own footprints in the snow, you walk alone through the forest. All of a sudden, you are startled by a loud crack when a tree is struck by an arrow right in front of you. Look around. Button. Character tab. Look around. Button. Look around. It came from the west. You hear a dog barking in the distance. Shadows move between the trees. People are coming this way, and they already made their intentions clear. Confront them. Button. Confront them. Your fearless initiative is rewarded with an arrow to the chest. Falling backwards, you catch a glimpse of the archer on the way down. He shouts, "Got him!" You hear the dog barking as it zigzags between the trees nearby. The beast is closing in. Get back on character. Get back on your feet. Get back on your feet. Despite the pain, you get back up, and before you know it, the dog comes at you with ferocious intensity, gnawing at your throat like there's no tomorrow. Notifications 2. Gained 5 times dried meat. Health minus 25. Button. Preview. Main menu. Gold. Income. Level. Health points 105 of 130. Save off. Character tab. Save off the dog. Save off the dog. The archer shouts. Can't get a clear shot. Someone else replies. Fall back. Eyes on the prize. You plant your elbow between the dog's eyes. It falls to the ground whimpering. A nomad warrior is approaching. He is draped in fur and armed with a spear. Fight. Button. Fight. Initiative. You will receive an additional initial turn. Okay. Got. Your turn. Nomad range. Hunting dog. Distance from you. Hunting dog. Selected. Distance. Attack. 3 to 5. -4. -4. Punch. Move. Apply combat. Apply combat stand. Aggressive. Defensive 1 action. Hunting dog's turn. Activate. Nomad ranger. Distance from you. Attack. -7. Nomad ranger's turn. -23. Nomad warrior's turn. Miss. Your turn. End turn. Button. Apply. Move away. Puncture. Cost. Puncture unavailable. -5. Attack. -4. Puncture unavailable. -6. Hunting dog's turn. Evade. Nomad ranger's turn. -21. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -4. -3. Puncture. -6. Nomad warrior's turn. Protected. Your turn. Your health effects. Your act affect your health. 54 of 100. Effect. Your act. Nomad warrior. Selected. Hunting dog. Defeated. Nomad warrior. Selected. Distance from you. 1. Health. 43 of 49. Attack. 3 to attack. -3. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. Critical -7. Nomad ranger's turn. Aggressive stance. Nomad warrior's turn. Attack. -4. Your turn. Your health. Attack. Punch. Move forward. Apply combat. Apply. Defensive 1. Defensive. Aggressive 1 actions. Attack. 3. Attack. -3. Puncture. Critical -10. Your health. Your advantage. 3,300. Your advantage. Evade. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -4. Puncture. -4. Attack. 3. Attack. -4. Nomad warrior's turn. Defensive stance. Your turn. Attack. 3 to attack. -3. Puncture unavailable. Puncture unavailable. Cost. Attack. Unavailable. Punch. Move forward. Move away on puncture. Attack. Sword stick. Barrel lid. Your advantage. Your health. 50 of 130. Effect. Your action. Nomad turns. Nomad ranger. Selected. Distance from you. 1. Health. 49 of 49. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. Critical -7. Your advantage. Nomad ranger's turn. -5. Your turn. Attack. 3 to attack. Critical -7. Puncture. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. 1. Puncture. -5. Attack. 3. Attack. -3. Nomad ranger's turn. Move. Your turn. Your advantage. End turn. Apply combat. Aggressive. Defensive 1 act. Defensive 1 action. Protect. Attack. Puncture. Move away. Move forward. Attack. Puncture. -6. Your turn. Apply combat. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture. Attack. 3. Attack. -3. Puncture. -4. Attack. Attack. Critical -7. Your advantage. Nomad ranger's turn. Move. Your turn. Attack. Puncture. Attack. Punch. Move forward. Cost. Attack. Unavailable. Attack. -4. Puncture. -6. Catch your breath. Your heart is racing. Out of breath. You stand hunched over the battered bodies of your foes. Blood on the snow. A wretched beast with broken ribs. Men foolish enough to tangle with the likes of you. A veteran from the siege of Logod. Brimming with despair and murderous rage. Notifications 5. 3 times gain 10 experience. Gold +4 gain sharp stick. Button. Catch your breath. Button. Catch your breath. Not dead yet. The archer gets back up. Eyes wide open and stricken by fear. He stares at you briefly before he runs away. Exhausted. You watch him vanish into the wild. Walk away. Button. Walk away. You have returned to the roadblock in the forest valley. Alone in the climb up. Map. Button. Map. Close. Zoom out. Recenter. Hunting. Roadblock. Area. Road. Hunting. Zoom out. Button. Zoom out. Fenris Woodlands. Riverside Outpost. Sub area. Button. Riverside. Gallows. Area. Watchtower. Campfire. Infirmary. Button. Infirmary. Country road. Watchtowers. Area. Campfire. Infirmary. You have returned to the infirmary of Riverside. Enter the infirmary. Used. Enter the infirmary. Used. Sister Agatha is alone in the dormitory, wrapped in a wolf hide. She lies on the floor in front of the burning fireplace, writing on a parchment. Look around. Talk to Sister Agatha. Map. Talk to Sister Agatha. Talk to Sister Agatha. Used. You approach the woman and ask for medical assistance. Ask for medical assistance. Used. Having cleaned and patched up your wounds, the monk says, "There you go. Try to be more careful in the future. Notifications 1. Health plus 85. Button. Ask for purchase medical. Ask about your brother. Map. Button. Map. Watch riverbed gallop proving rivers recenter zoom out button zoom riverside country road area Fenris riverside outpost country road button country road campfire watchtowers area country road. You are standing at a crossroads not far from the palisades of Riverside Outpost. Read the sign. Head northwest to the city ruins. Map button head northwest to the city ruins. It's getting colder. A merciless headwind slows your movement on the country road. The hilltops are shrouded by a howling blizzard. Keep going. Turn back. But keep going. Used. Look around, knee-deep in snow. You climb the hill until you reach the summit. A runestone stands on the side of the road. Look around, examine the runestone. Look around, used. The unabating storm limits your field of view. There doesn't seem to be anyone else, as far as you can tell. Flanked by dense clusters of naked birches, the country road continues down the hill. Look around, used, but examine the runestone, button. Examine the runestone again, used. The ancient inscription reads, the nomadic beacon revealed the vast abundance of the golden plains. A recent addition has been carved below. The golden chimera puts salt upon the earth, and now cursed bones lie buried in the killing fields. Look around, examine the descend from the hilltop, button. Descend from the hilltop. Map, button. You descend from the hilltop and step out on the killing fields. Remnants of war lie scattered across the lifeless expanse. West of River Lash, the black ruins of the great city are like a festering gash on the northern coastland. Roam the wilderness, button. Roam the wilderness. The dead plains are endless like the void above the sky. Frozen skeleton. The dead plains are endless like the void above the sky. Frozen skeletons from the war lie buried in the snow. The shallow graves are marked with fractured skulls and the bones of skyward hands. Frozen spines and rib cages are cracking underfoot. Look around, button. Look around. Dead silence. The hollow remnants of torched farmhouses are enclosed by sunken fences. There is a set of animal tracks in the snow. Examine the animal tracks, button. Examine the animal tracks. They were made by a four-legged, five-toed beast. The tracks are similar to that of a wolf, but smaller, and wolves usually roam in packs. Follow the tracks, button. Follow the tracks. You have tracked down the wild beast. The wolverine lurks between the walls of a shed and a farmhouse. The scorched planks are the last ones left standing. Kill the beast, button. Initiating combat. Wolverine, your turn. Your action points, effects, your health, your advantage, 0 of 5, your health, effects. Attack, puncture on attack, 3, attack, -3. -4, punch, move, apply combat apply. Activate, aggressive 1 act, defensive 1 action, Wolverine's turn. Activate stance, Wolverine, attack, miss. Attack, evade. Your turn. Attack, puncture. -5, attack, attack, -3, puncture unavailable. -5, Wolverine's turn. Attack, miss. Attack, evade. Your turn. Attack, 3 to 5. Critical -7, puncture unavailable. Attack, -3, puncture. -5, Wolverine's turn. Aggressive stance. Evade. Your turn. Attack, 3 to -3, puncture. -4, attack, attack, -3. Wolverine's turn. Evade. Attack, protected. Your turn. Your advantage. Barrel lid. Press to equip. Sword. Attack. Puncture. Attack. 3 to -3. Puncture. Critical -10. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. 1,500. The ferocious animal dies with a whimper. It takes a few moments for the carcass to stop twitching. Silence falls upon the snowy wreckage of the forgotten village. Notifications 3. Failed resilience check. Health -2 gain 10 experience. Button. The ferocious previous main gold income level. Health points 128 of 130. Level. Encumbrance 12 of 19. Gold. Main menu. Previous. The ferocious animal dies. Look around. Look around. Button. Look around. There is no sign of life on the dead plains. The skies over the broken farmhouses are white like snow. Search the area. Button. Head back to the road. Button. Search the area. Button. Search the area. You find a bale hook. The farming tool was hidden among the murky boards of a fallen roof. There is nothing else here. The scavengers must have picked this place clean. Pick up the bale hook. Button. Pick up the bale hook. You reach down and grab the bale hook. It's cold out here. Better not waste any more time. Head back to the road. Button. Head back to the road. Frozen in time, plundered farms and broken catapults lie scattered on the killing fields, where the country road is paved with bone fragments. Follow the road north to search for the Tower Mill. Button. Search for the Tower Mill. You discover a trail of bootprints in the snow. Look around. Button. Look around. The killing fields are vast. As far as clues go, this is about as good as it gets. Better take the opportunity before the trail disappears. Examine the bootprints. Button. Examine the bootprints. The impressions were made recently by a lone traveler of imposing stature. Could be your brother, or someone else. Whoever it was, this person apparently decided to abandon the country road and head west. Follow the bootprints. Button. Follow the bootprints. The distant wails of mournful winds keep you company in the frozen desolation. Ravens take flight in the white skies above the horizon. Shivering, you see the white stone tower mill in the distance. Seems like the lone traveler was looking for the same place. Approach the tower mill. Button. Approach the tower mill. Look, you follow the trail until You follow the trail until you reach the tower mill, which stands tall among the crumbled farmhouses on the snowy plains. Look around. Button. Explore the Look around. Look around. Used. Several different footprints converge between the entrance to the tower mill and the ruinous farmhouses in the vicinity. Look around. You explore the area. Button. Explore the area. You roam the war-torn farmlands, noticing the familiar scent of blood. The tracks in the snow led you to a wounded man, who lies unconscious on the ground. His right leg is caught in a bear trap. Take a closer look. Button. Take a closer look. His left forearm is branded with the mark of allegiance. Barely clothed and badly bruised, the young soldier is bound to bleed out or freeze to death. Whichever. Examine the mark of allegiance. Button. Examine the mark of allegiance. The crossed sword and arrow. All soldiers of the Roberg militia bear the same mark. You are no exception. Try to disarm the bear trap. Rifle through his pockets. Button. Rifle through his pockets. Nothing. Seems like whoever left him like this made sure to rob him blind. Try to wake him up. Disarm the bear. Look around. Disarm the bear trap. Look around. Button. Disarm the bear trap. Button. Disarm the bear trap. It takes some effort, but you manage to unclasp the mechanical jaws. Grimacing, the young soldier groans in misery. His mangled leg is doused in blood. Try to wake him up. Look around. Provide medical attention. Button. Provide medical attention. Your careful efforts are enough to stop the flow of blood. Thankfully, it seems that his bones are left intact. As you wrap his wounded leg in bandages, the young soldier slowly drifts back to consciousness. Groaning, he squints at you with a grimace of pain and confusion. Talk to the injured soldier. Button. Character tab. Tab. Inventory tab. Has update or character tab. Notifications. 7. Past perception check. Gained bail hook. Failed resilience check. Health -1 lost bandages. Gained 20 experience. Militia reputation increased. Button. Notifications. Previous. Your careful efforts are enough to talk to the injured soldier. Button. Talk to the injured soldier. Barnabas? Is that you? Yes and no. I'm his older brother. I'm trying to find him. Ellipsis. Button. Yes and no. I'm his older brother. I'm trying to find him. Ellipsis. Crazy Fenris. Ellipsis. The soldier coughs. Appreciate the help. Give me a hand. Will ya? Help him up. Button. Help him up. You take his hand. With your help, the young soldier gets up on his feet. He grabs a broken plank from a pile of debris nearby, using the piece of wood to support himself. He says, "Thanks again. Pleased to finally meet ya. I'm Serlo." What happened? Button. What happened? Came out here to look for your brother. Got caught in a bear trap. Robbed and beaten. Not much else to it. Who did this to you? Button. Who did this to you? He shrugs. Bunch of roving bandits. For all I know, someone else might have set the trap. Ellipsis. Maybe the outlaws just happened to find me. Ellipsis. Who knows? Anything you can tell me about my brother? Button. Anything you can tell me about my brother? He's a good soldier, one of the best, but he seemed restless lately, like there was something on his mind. Not sure what it was about. Just a hunch. Ellipsis. He groans. Hurtin' real bad. Better get back to Riverside Outpost. Ellipsis. Need any help? Button. Need any help? Nah, I'll be fine. You've done enough. Ellipsis. Farewell, Serlo. Button. Farewell, Serlo. He nods. Be seeing you, and good luck. The young soldier hobbles away, heading back to the country road. Continue on your way. Button. Continue on your way. You explore the ravaged settlements around the tower mill. After a while, you discover the entrance to a root cellar. Take a look. You explore the Take a look. Button. Take a look. Tucked away below the foundation of yet another crumbled farmhouse, this may very well be the underground safe house that your brother had been talking about. Only one way to find out. Knock. Button. Knock. You knock on the wooden door and wait. Nothing happens. Enter the root cellar. Button. Enter the root cellar. You open the door, exposing the dusty cellar to daylight, but it goes deeper than one might assume. Strange, guttural noises can be heard from the darkness of the inner depths. Look around. Listen. Look around. Button. Look around. A pungent odor permeates the underground chamber. The walls are lined with empty shelves. The floor is littered with broken jugs and shards of clay. Listen. Button. Listen. Someone is whispering in the shadows. Place is mine. Huff. Ellipsis. Say out. Herg. Hello. Ellipsis? Anybody in there? Hello. Ellipsis? Anybody in there? Coughing and wheezing. The unseen whisper does not reply. Light a torch. Button. Light a torch. The burning flame sheds light on a haggard woman, who is dressed in dirty rags. Brandishing a sharp stick, she glares at you with eyes of madness and screams, "My house, get out!" Whoa, calm down, I mean you no harm. Attack. Button. Attack. Movement restriction. You're fighting in a confined space, making it impossible for you and your opponents to move away from each other. Okay, got it. Button. Your turn. Brunhild. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -3. -3. Punch. Move. Apply combat. Apply. Activate. Aggressive. Defensive 1 action. Activate stance. Brunhild. Attack. Protected. Your turn. Attack. 3 to -3. Puncture. -6. Attack. -4. Brunhild's turn. Block. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -3. Puncture. Cost. -5. Puncture. Cost. -6. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. 1,500. You strike her down without mercy. The drunken madwoman slumps to the floor with a broken neck. Notifications 3. Gained 5 experience. Gold +3 gain sharp stick. Button. Explore the cellar. Button. Go back outside. Button. Explore the cellar. Explore the cellar. There's a small table next to a chair in the corner. Some dirty clothes are piled up on the floor. Look at the table. Button. Look at the table. A scroll has been furled up next to an empty jar of ink and a melted candle. Examine the scroll. Button. Examine the scroll. You unfurl the parchment, immediately recognizing your brother's clumsy handwriting. Seems like he kept some kind of journal. Take the clothes. Button. Take the clothes. You grab some clothes from the pile on the floor. Go back outside. Button. Quests tab. Has up. Inventory tab. Inventory tab. Notifications 5. Gain scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. First page. Gain 25 experience. Completed objective. Investigate the disappearance of your brother. Gain torn wool shirt. Gained wool mittens. Button. Medicine. Tool. Treasure. Tool. Medicine. Food. Armor. Set. Armor. Barrel lid. For mantle. Leather buckler. Light for boots. Equip. Torn wool shirt new. Wool cap. Equip. Wool mittens new. Wool mittens. 1 armor. Income. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. Close. Food 2. Armor. Weapon. 5. Armor. 7. 1 food. Medicine. Tool. Treasure. Scripture. Scripture. Book. The Journal of Miriam Barnabas. Book. Pamphlet. Scroll. Proof of citizenry. Scroll. Proof of scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. First. Scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. First page. Runes have been scrawled on. Runes have. Read. Button. Read. Club. 7th moon. 438. 7th moon. 438. War's over. Logat is gone. Life will never be the same. Stationed at Riverside Outpost. Branded with the mark of triumph. Brothers down, but not out. Mostly asleep. Miracle that he's alive. That's what they tell me. I tried to talk to him, but I don't know if he's listening. A red serpent has appeared in the night sky. Doom on TM Kiris? Or so the saying goes. 8th moon. 438. Brother is still in the infirmary. Haunted by nightmares from the war. It seems. Awake sometimes. But not really. Most days. I'm out on patrol. Things are looking rough all over. What is the world coming to? An end. According to those who worship the sky serpent. Doomsayers? Ellipsis. Been seeing a lot of them lately. No surprise there. End of the world. Ellipsis. Yeah, that seems about right. Got myself a brand new mistress. Her name is Brunhild. Lives by herself in the middle of nowhere. Lost everything in the war. So we got something in common. Good woman. Real tough. Goes out hunting and scavenging. She really ought to cut back on the booze though. It's fun drinking with her, but she takes it too far. Gets to a point where she starts crying about the past. I don't want to hear it. Life is bad enough already, but it's good to have a place to stay when I'm out on patrol. 9th moon. 438. Things are falling apart. War's over, but there's no peace on the highlands. Foreign invaders are gone, but others have taken their place. Outlaws crawling out from under each and every rock. Barbarians coming out of the woodwork. Fortune seekers of all shapes and sizes. They flock to the Golden Plains like vultures. Blades cut 'em down. Shovels put 'em in the dirt. The Golden Plains. Who am I kidding? There's no such thing. Killing fields. That's what we call it. Been out here for a while now. Suits me just fine. Keeps me away from Riverside Outpost. Keeps my mind busy. God's willing, my brother will be back on his feet by the time I return. 10th moon. 438. Things are quiet now. Lost track of time out there. Made some new friends. Some of them are dead already. When the dust settled, 5 of us were left standing. Me, Trustin, Armel, Serlo and Warren. Comrades in arms. Birds of a feather. Bunch of lunatics out for blood. A bond was forged between us on the battlegrounds. And now we're back. Things are slow. Nights are getting darker. Don't think I'll ever get used to life in Riverside Outpost. Guess I shouldn't complain. At least I got a pot to piss in. Got more important things to worry about. Like my brother. Ellipsis. Spend most of my downtime in the infirmary. Trying to take care of him. Best that I can. But it's hard to look at him. Withering away. Ellipsis. 11th moon. 438. Times are desperate. Not enough food to go around. Hunters are afraid to venture into the Valley of Prey. Rumor has it that the Fenris woodlands are haunted. We need more people. But most of them don't have what it takes to be a soldier. No wonder that many turn to a life of crime. Exile is a harsh fate. Faced with starvation, they kill each other for table scraps. My people. A sad sight to behold. Headed for the dungeons are the gallows. Sometimes I gotta put 'em down like sick dogs. As much as I hate the doomsayers, there's no denying that they do some good. Better than nothing. Things keep getting worse. The militia ain't what it used to be. A flood of deserters is pouring from our ranks. Not only are we short on supplies and equipment, soldiers aren't getting paid. The colonel tells me that we are waiting for a shipment from Woodland Outpost. Until then, our coffers remain empty. The caravan from Woodland Outpost was robbed, and so the wage crisis continues. My brother stays in the infirmary, still breathing, but not much else. Able to chew his food if someone feeds him. Always something. 12th moon. 438. Been a rough year, to say the least. War, exile, poverty, anarchy, famine. My sister is gone, and my brother too. His wounds may have healed, but his eyes are still empty. Met a woman during the rites of midwinter solstice. Down by the river shrine, the Vestal choir performed a chant of hope and sorrow, and the crowd joined in. It was beautiful. Nightfall. We walked up to Askmenhir where the monks prepared the hecatomb. For some reason, seeing the sky serpent above Wargrave Cemetery brought me to tears. Ashamed, I abandoned the crowd before the meager sacrifice was concluded. Paid a visit to the graves of my mother and father, and that's where I met Lynn the OutKast. She found me in a pitiful state and gave me a shoulder to cry on. And then she gave me more than that. Every cloud has a silver lining. Vertical scroll bar. 6 pages. Close. Button. Close. But notifications 2. Gain 25 experience. Completed objective. Read your brother's notes. Button. Close inventory tab. Go back outside. Button. Go back outside. You are standing near the tower mill. Look around. Enter the tower. Leave. Button. Approach. Leave. Button. Approach the root cellar. Used. Button. Leave. Enter the tower mill. Button. Enter the tower mill. The entrance to the tower mill is locked. Look up. Button. Knock. Look up. Button. Look up. The white stone tower is windowless. There doesn't seem to be any other way to enter the building. Knock. Button. Kick. Knock. Button. Kick in the door. Disable the lock. Button. Disable the lock. Used. You insert the lockpick and get to work. Your limited experience makes for a test of patience, but you eventually manage to figure it out. Finally, the door is unlocked. Take a moment to think back. Take a moment to think back. The tools of the trade. Ellipsis. That's what Crooked Nikita called it. Holding the lockpick in your hand, you are reminded of the times when you arrested burglars and others lawbreakers who had such tools in their possession. Funny how things work out. Open the door. Button. Open the door. You open the door and step inside, foaming at the mouth. A guard dog barks at you but keeps its distance. The owner is an old man, who looks at you with a puzzled expression. He mutters, could have sworn I locked the door. Ellipsis. You looking for trouble. Stranger? You bet. Button. You bet. The old man points at you and shouts, get him, without hesitation. The guard dog comes running. Defend yourself. Button. Initiating combat. Sigmut. Your turn. Attack. 3 to... Critical -6. Attack. Unavailable. 3 to 5 -3. Punch. Move. Apply combat apply combat stance. Activates. Aggressive. Defensive 1 action. Your turn. End turn. Enter. Apply. Move. Puncture. Cost. Critical -9. Attack. Attack. -2. Puncture unavailable. Critical -9. Sigmut's turn. Defensive stance. Mad Bootlegger's turn. -10. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -2. Puncture unavailable. -4. Attack. -4. Sigmut's turn. Attack. -9. Your turn. Attack. Puncture. Attack. Puncture. -6. Attack. Attack. -3. Puncture unavailable. Puncture unavailable. Cost. Attack. 3 to 5 damage. -4. Mad Bootlegger's turn. Critical -22. Your turn. Your health. End. Apply combat state. Apply. Aggressive 1. Defensive close. Activate state. Aggressive 1 act. Attack. Unavailable. Attack. Unavailable. Puncture unavailable. Move forward. Cost. 1 action. Attack. Unavailable. Attack. Protected. Punch. Your turn. Your health. 86. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. Critical -6. Puncture. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. -3. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -3. Mad Bootlegger's turn. Attack. Lock. Your turn. Attack. 3. Attack. Critical -5. Puncture. -3. Attack. Attack. -3. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -2. Puncture. -4. Attack. Attack. -3. Mad Bootlegger's turn. Defensive stance. Your turn. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture. Cost. Puncture. Critical -10. Attack. Attack. Unavailable. 3 to 5. Attack. -3. Puncture. -6. Look around. Button. You have killed the old man and his dog. Their death rattles are followed by silence. Notifications. 5. 3 times gain 10 experience. Gold +5 gain jug of moonshine. Button. Character tab. Tab. Close character. Attributes. Heading. Experience. Level 4. Experience 625 of 650. Close character tab. You have look around. Button. Character tab. Look around. Look. Junk is piled up along the walls. Broken ladders, large cogwheels, and empty barrels. The air is thick with a foul odor. Junk is piled up along the walls. Broken ladders, large cogwheels. Explore the tower mill. Button. Explore the tower mill. As you walk through the tower mill, it becomes clear that the machinery has been dismantled and repurposed into some kind of alchemist's workshop. You find an assortment of strange contraptions next to a work table in the back. There's a dirty mattress and a wooden crate on the floor nearby. Open the crate. Button. Open the crate. You find some booze. Might come in handy. Should be worth a few coins, at least. Examine the work table. Button. Examine the work table. Parchments riddled with illegible notes and incomprehensible schematics. A few empty clay jugs next to a tin funnel. Nothing of value. Really? Take a closer look at the strange contraptions. Button. Take a closer look at the strange contraptions. Most of them seem ill-conceived and of nebulous purpose. However, there is one exception. A still, which reeks of moonshine. Seems like the old man was a bootlegger. He may have led a lonely life, but at least he got hammered. Exit the tower mill. Button. Exit the tower mill. You are standing near the tower mill. It's notifications 1. Gain 3 times jug of moonshine. Button. You are look around. Approach the root cellar. You leave. Button. Leave. Frozen in time. Plundered farm. Froze previous. Main gold. Income level. Health points 86 of 130. Inventory tab. Has up. Medicine. Food 3. Food 3. 2. Food 3. 2 new. Expanded. Dried meat. Gelderbra new. Gelderbra. A jug of straw. 3/4 uses. Consume. Button. Consume. Notifications 1. Health +40. Button. Close inventory tab. Previous. Main. Gold. Income. Level. Health points. 126 of 130. Follow the road north to the city ruins. Button. Return to the tower mill. Used. Map. Button. Map. Area. Fenris. Riverside. Killing fields. Riverside outpost. Sub. Killing field. Country road. River shrine. Button. River shrine. Dimmed. Country road. River shrine. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Talk to the caravan master. Used. Button. Talk to the caravan master. Used. The caravan master is leafing through the. Let's trade. Used. Button. Let's trade. Used. Arrow. Sell items. Close by. Sell items. Close. Sell item. Close. Sell items. Buy item. Close. Close. Buy item. Script. Treasure. 3. 1. Treasure. 3. 1 new. Expanded. Broken silver necklace new. Broken silver necklace new. Recovered from the sea. Sell. Broken silver. Sell for 6 gold. Sell for 6 gold. Current gold. 200. Heirloom pendant. Weapon. Armor. 7. 1 new. Armor. 7. 1 new. Expanded. Barrel. For mantle. Barrel lid. For mantle. Equip. Leather buckler. Leather buckler. A small wrap. Combat. 10. Income. Replace. Slot. Sell for 2 gold. Sell for 2. Barrel lid. For mantle. Light for boots. Equip. Torn wool shirt new. A thick wool shirt. 1 armor. Income. 1 arm. Income. Slot. Sell for 1 gold. Sell for. Barrel. For mantle. Light for. Wool cap. Equipped. Wool mittens. Equip. Weapon. Armor. 5. Food. Close. Sell items. Buy items tab. Close by. Arrow. Bastard. Bronze. Weapon. 3. Armor. 2. Armor. 2. Boiled leather vest. Boiled leather vest. Asleep. 4 armor. Encumbrance 5. Slots. Body. Buy for 105 gold. Current gold. 205. Button. Buy for 105 gold. Current. Close by items tab. Notifications. 6. Health plus 40 sold 1 times broken silver necklace. Inventory tab. Has update. Inventory tab. Inventory tab. Food. 3. 1. Armor. 6. Armor. 6. Barrel lid. Boiled leather vest new. A sleeveless dark leather. 4 income. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. Close inventory tab. Previous. Main med. Gold. 1. Encumbrance. 19 of 19. Let's trade. Used. But do you know anything about Lynn the OutKast? Button. Let's trade. Used. Do you know anything about Lynn the OutKast? Button. Do you know anything about Lynn the OutKast? The caravan master ponders your question, taking a puff on his pipe. He replies, seen her around. Got a bad reputation. Think she was here earlier. Not sure. Ellipsis. Let's trade. Used. I have to get going. Farewell. I have to get going. Farewell. Used. The caravan master nods. Be seen. Walk away. Character tap. Walk away. Walk away. Used. The shrine is. Talk to the monks. Button. Talk to the monks. You cross paths with a young monk. He is carrying an armful of lumber from the forest. His brown cloak is torn and riddled with dirt. Beads of sweat are running down his forehead. He groans. What do you want? Ask him about your brother. But ask him about Lynn the OutKast. Ask him about your brother. Ask him about your brother. He replies with a sour grimace. Haven't seen any soldiers for a while. No. Ellipsis. Ask him about Lynn the OutKast. But ask him about Lynn the OutKast. The monk glares at you impatiently. No idea who you're talking about. Ellipsis. Talk to someone else. Button. Talk to someone else. Whom would like to talk to the monks? Button. Talk to Crooked Nikita. Button. Talk to Crooked Nikita. Exiles are huddled in rags on beggars. Ask him about your brother. Ask him about the stolen book. Ask him about Lynn the OutKast. Button. Ask him about Lynn the OutKast. Used. She's been coming around lately. Usually stays until nightfall. Always alone. Always gripped by fear. It seems. Ellipsis. Ask him about your brother. Ask him about the stolen books. Used. Button. Ask him. Farewell. Crooked Nikita. Farewell. Crooked Nikita. Used. Farewell. Walk away. Character. Inventory. Character. Walk away. Used. Walk away. Used. The shrine is talk. Approach the entrance to the river shrine. Used. Approach the entrance to the river shrine. Used. You stand before the entrance to the river. Look up. You enter the river shrine. Used. Enter the river shrine. Used. You hear prayers and no notifications. You hear prayers and wails of sorrow. Many visitors are gathered in the chamber of rites, otherwise known as the death parlor. They are kneeling down on wolf hides before the altar. Look around. Button. Look around. There's a lot of people in here. Men, women, and children. Some of them are in mourning. They howl and speak in tongues. Others are meditating in calm reverence to the great wolf. They beg the old god for mercy and good fortune. Read the inscription above the door. Button. Talk to the monk. Button. Observe the visitors. Button. Observe the visitors. White shawls are wrapped around their heads. You can't see their faces. Read the inscription. Talk to the monk. But listen. Button. Listen. It's almost overwhelming. The cries and whispers are interwoven like a heavy shroud of pain and grief. It takes a while before you discern a particular sound. A prayer is spoken by someone in the death parlor. It repeats the name. Barnabas. Focus. Button. Focus. The woman keeps whispering the same words over and over. Gods protect Alec Barnabas. Fate return him to my side. Ellipsis. Follow the sound of her voice. Follow the sound of her voice. You walk among the mourners with shrouded faces until you find a dark-haired woman. She kneels before the altar, whispering, Gods protect Alec Barnabas. Fate return him to my side. Ellipsis. Tap her on the shoulder. Button. Tap her on the shoulder. The woman is startled, cowering in fear. You were chanting the name of my brother. Ellipsis. Button. You were chanting the name of my brother. Ellipsis. The nomad calms down, removing the white shawl from her face. She starts talking, but her voice is drowned out by the lamentations in the chamber of rites. It's too loud in here. We should talk outside. Ellipsis. It's too loud in here. We should talk outside. Ellipsis. The woman gives you a nod. She stands up and walks away, heading for the exit. Don't stray too far. Ellipsis. Don't stray too far. Ellipsis. You hear prayers and wails of sorrow. No notifications. Dim. You hear. Read the inscription above. Talk to them. Approach. Exit the river shrine. Used. Exit the river shrine. Used. The nomad waits outside. shivering in the cold with her arms folded. She looks anxious and tired, speaking in a low voice. Huh, you look like him. I see it now. The older brother who sleeps his life away. Ellipsis. Observe the nomad. Button. Observe the nomad. There is a white streak in her long black hair, which is tangled in braids and knots. She is wearing a sackcloth tunic, for leggings and fingerless leather gloves. Her brown eyes are big and fearful, darting back and forth. You must be Lynn the OutKast. Ellipsis. You must be Lynn the OutKast. Ellipsis. That's what they call me. Ellipsis. The nomad snorts with contempt. Alec was the only one who didn't hate me. Ellipsis. And now he's gone. What happened to him? Button. What happened to him? She sighs. I don't know. He left me high and dry. Ellipsis. Been praying for his return ever since. When was the last time you saw him? Button. When was the last time you saw him? She replies. Couple days ago. He stayed the night. Left early in the morning. Before I woke up. Ellipsis. Anything else you can tell me? Button. Anything else you can tell me? She gives it some thought before answering. Your brother took all the gold and booze with him, but there's still a few things left in the stash. He wrote a bunch of runes on a parchment. Ellipsis. But none of it makes any sense to me. Inventory tab. Medicine. Close medicine. Tool. Treasure. 2. Treasure. 2. Chain of heirloom pendant. The face of this tarnished copper amulet depicts this protection. Replaces. Slot. Equip. Button. Unequip. Notifications 1. Passed down by generations of farmhands. This blessed amulet is doused in blood, sweat and tears. Ellipsis. Button. Note. Close inventory tab. She gives it. Do you remember what he wrote? Button. Do you remember what he wrote? The nomad froze her brow. She seems frustrated by the question. Her eyes keep darting back and forth. Can I take a look at the parchment? Button. Can I take a look at the parchment? She nods. Of course. You are the blood of my beloved. Our home is not far from here. Meet me in the forest on the other side of the road. I will show the way. Why are you so afraid? Button. Why are you so afraid? She steps closer, whispering. People want me dead. Can't explain right now. Ellipsis. The nomad looks around. Your brother kept me safe. Wait for me. I'll be right there. Wait for me. I'll be right there. Lynn the OutKast gives you a nod. She hurries away, walking down the hill to the gate. Look around. Button. Look around. The shrine is tucked away among the trees on the riverbank. Smoke rises from the chimney of the poorhouse. Across the bridge over the chasm. Meet Lynn the OutKast in the forest. Meet Lynn the OutKast in the forest across the road. You step through the gateway and cross the road, watching the shrine. Lynn the OutKast sits in a treetop at the base of a forest hill. It seems that she has picked up a bow and a quiver of arrows on the way. Ready to go? Yes. Led the way. Button. Yes. Led the way. The nomad climbs down from the treetop and beckons. Over the hills to the west. She heads off into the wilderness. Follow the nomad. Button. Follow the nomad. Snow falls on the hills of the forest. Wolves howl in the distance. Look around. Button. Look around. It's late in the afternoon. Visibility is low, due to heavy snowfall. Armed with a short bow, the nomad keeps a steady pace. Talk to the nomad. Button. Talk to the nomad. Lynn the OutKast whispers. Be quiet. We can talk later. Keep walking. Character tap. Keep walking. Keep walking. It's getting darker. Lynn the OutKast readies her bow. The wolves are closing in. Prepare to run away. Prepare to fight. Prepare to fight. A wolf leaps out from behind a rock, whimpering. The beast is struck down in midair by the arrow from the nomad's bow. Growling, more wolves encircle you in the snowy darkness. Lynn the OutKast says, 1 down, 3 to go. Kill the beasts. Button. Initiating combat. Wolf 1, your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -4. -3. Punch. Move. Apply combat. Active. Aggressive. Defensive 1 action. Wolf 3's turn. Activate stance. Wolf 1. Attack. Evade. Wolf 1's turn. Attack. Protected. Wolf 2's turn. Attack. Protected. Wolf 3's turn. Attack. Protected. Your turn. Move for. Apply move for. Move away. Puncture. Cost. Attack. Puncture. -6. Attack. Attack. Critical -7. Puncture. Attack. Attack. -3. Wolf 1's turn. Block. Wolf 2's turn. Attack. Block. Wolf 3's turn. Aggressive stance. Wolf 1's turn. Aggressive stance. Your turn. Apply combats. Move. Puncture. Attack. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. -3. Puncture. -4. Wolf 2's turn. Aggressive stance. Wolf 3's turn. Attack. Protected. Wolf 1's turn. Attack. Protected. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. Critical -7. Puncture. Critical -10. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. 1000. -4. Wolf 3's turn. Protected. Wolf 1's turn. Attack. Miss. Your turn. Your health. Effect. Your action. Your health. 150 of 150. Attack. 3 to attack. -3. Puncture unavailable. -6. Attack. Attack. Critical -7. Wolf freeze turn. Aggressive stance. Wolf 1's turn. Aggressive stance. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -4. Puncture. -6. Attack. -4. Wolf freeze turn. Protected. Your turn. Attack. Puncture. Cost. Puncture. Cost. -5. Attack. Attack. -4. Puncture. -4. Wolf freeze turn. Critical -10. Your turn. Attack. 3 to attack. -3. -4. Puncture. -6. Wolf freeze turn. Aggressive stance. Your turn. Barrel lid. Press to swords. Attack. 3 to 5. Attack. -4. Puncture. -4. Puncture. Cost. 1 action. 1000. And just like that, it's over. The bludgeoned beasts lie twitching in the snow. Lynn the OutKast smiles. Didn't see it at first. Ellipsis. But you are just like him. How so? Button. How so? You're brave and ruthless. A force to be reckoned with. Ellipsis. Notifications. 6. Gain 30 experience. You leveled up. Completed objective. Find Lynn the OutKast. 3 times gain 10 experience. Button. Character tab. Tab. Character tab. Tab. 3. Perception. Increase. 2. Increase perception. 3. Increase agility. 19/ encumber. 15% lock chan. 1. Increase resilience with 1. Button. 1. Increase resilience with 1. Button. Increase resilience with 1. Inventory tab. Close character tab. Close character. No notifications. You're brave and let's keep moving. Button. Character tab. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Night falls on the wilderness. The sky serpent burns bright above. You climb another hill until you find a small shack on the summit. Lynn the OutKast says, "This is it. This is where I live." Look around. Button. Look around. The shack is surrounded by trees on the hilltop. The window shutters next to the front door are closed. Firewood has been piled up against the wall around the corner. Enter the shack. Button. Enter the shack. The shack is sparsely furnished. There's a stove next to the bed by the window. Light from the doorway reveals a closet in the back. Lynn the OutKast shuts the door and kneels down by the stove. She gets to work on starting a fire. You feel weary. Take a seat. Button. Take a seat. You sit down on the side of the bed and rest your legs for a while. The nomad gets a fire going in the stove under the window. She throws in a couple of logs. Finally, ellipsis. Character tab. Tab. Close character. Level 5. Experience 6. Level 5. Experience 685 of 875. Attributes. Open tool. Derivative. Open. Strength. 2. Health. 160/170. Charisma. 1. Protection. 10. Resilience. 2. Resilience. 2. Speed. 1.2. Agility. 3. Lock chance. 17%. Perception. 17. Lock chance. 17%. Perception. 2. Encumbrance. 19/20. Damage. Heading. Main hand. 3/5 melee. Offhand. On dash. Gear. Head. Wool cap. Body. Oiled leather vest. Hands. Wool mittens. Inventory tab. Close character tab. You mentioned that my brother left a few things behind. Ellipsis. Button. You mentioned that my brother left a few things behind. Ellipsis. Cross-legged and wrapped in a wolf hide. Lynn the OutKast remains hunkered down by the stove. Without turning around, she replies, "Check under the floorboards." And he left some clothes in the closet. As well. Ellipsis. Take whatever you need. Open the closet. Button. Open the closet. Used. There are clothes and blankets in the closet. Most of the garments here are not your size, but you find a couple of things that obviously belong to your brother. Open the closet. Used. Remove the loose floorboards. Remove the loose floorboards. You find a hidden compartment. There are a few empty jugs and some other trinkets. You notice a crumpled scroll, wedged in between a pair of wooden logs. Take the scroll. Button. Take the scroll. You pick up the crumpled parchment. Both sides are covered with clumsily written runes. Lynn the OutKast looks over her shoulder. Let me know what it says when you're done reading. Take the steel helmet. Button. Take the steel helmet. You pick up the strange helmet. It brings back memories from the war. You remember killing the foreign commander on the market square. He was a worthy opponent. Take the crimson sphere. Button. Take the crimson sphere. You pick up the red stone orb. Deep down in the crypts of the ocean shrine, this artifact was part of a strange contraption within the tabernacle, a keepsake from a place buried in time. Carefully search the hidden compartment. Button. Carefully search the hidden compartment. Something is buried underneath a layer of dirt at the bottom. It's a folded parchment. Take the folded parchment. Button. Take the folded parchment. You take the folded parchment. It seems to be some kind of map. Put back the loose floorboards. Character tab. Tab. Notifications. 11. Gained 30 experience. Completed objective travel to the home of Lynn the OutKast. Gained brown leather gloves. Gained wool shirt. Gained scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. Second page. Gained 15 experience. Completed objective obtain your brother's notes. Gained mimetic steel visor. Gained volcanic sphere. Past perception check. Gained map. Fenris Woodlands. Button. Notifications. 11. Inventory tab. Tab. Close inventory tab. Close in. Medicine. Tool. Treasure 3. Scripture. 8. 3 new. Collapsed. Scripture. 8. Book. The Journal of Miriam. Book close. But book. The Journal of Book. The Law of the Land New. Pamphlet. Necropolis MP. Scroll. Proof of citizenry. Scroll. Proof of citizen. Scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. First page. Scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. Stone tablet. Can't. Weapon. Scroll. Scroll. The Journal of Alec Barnabas. Second page. Both sides of this crumpled parchment are cut. Read. Button. Read. Close. Button. Close. First moon. 400. First moon. 439. Lynn is caught between worlds. The nomads want her dead, and everybody else wants nothing to do with the traitor. The militia used her during the woodland uprising. She got paid. Sure, but that was the end of that. Now she's left to fend for herself, living like an animal. Hard not to feel pity. Love? Maybe, but mostly pity. Somebody gotta take care of her, and I guess that'd be me. We built a house on the hill together. Not too shabby. Being with her does put me in a good mood. As good as it gets. Anyhow, suppose I could get used to this. Second moon. 439. Went back to visit my brother in the infirmary. Still out of it. No telling when he'll be back to his former self. Bumped into Surlo. He was in a good mood. Turns out, he just got paid. Apparently, the militia struck some kind of deal with the knights. He wasn't sure about the details, but now there's plenty of gold in our coffers. Said I'd join him later for some drinks. Went up to the paymaster's office. The colonel reprimanded me for coming and going as I please. We argued back and forth. Explained to him that things aren't simple out there. Can't always follow protocol to the letter. He warned me not to test his patience. Told him he was lucky to have any soldiers left under his command. Not everyone wants to work for free. Just playful ribbing. At this point, out of curiosity, I asked him how the wage crisis got solved. Where did all the money come from? And his answer made me lose my mind. No kidding? We almost came to blows, but I kept my temper in check. Glad I did, or I'd be dead or in jail by now. Anyway, this is what the colonel told me. After the caravan from Woodland Outpost got robbed, the militia was broke and out of options, and no relief was given from High Lord Silicro. As the nobles were mired in their own problems, disgraced and bankrupt, the militia decided to try and sell Cornerstone Keep to the knights. The fortress was destroyed during the war. The knights could afford to restore it and put it to better use. The offer was made to Lord Bremerton of Highcastle. Few days later, an emissary arrived to Riverside Outpost with a counteroffer. As the colonel told me what happened next, my blood was boiling. Lord Bremerton offered a larger sum of gold. Ellipsis. On one condition. He demanded full ownership of the surrounding territory, and he refused to settle for less. In other words, he wanted Logat. He wanted the entire Western District, or the deal was off the table, and the militia agreed to his demand. I was furious. To his credit, the colonel understood my frustration. He just sat there as I cursed him out, until I stormed off, determined to never come back. My head was spinning as I left the outpost. Until now, there was a sliver of hope. It's been a harsh winter. Ellipsis. But come springtime, we rebuild. Yes, a new city rising from the ashes, and I could finally go back home. But no, the Western District is now the property of Lord Bremerton. Ellipsis. And for us, tomorrow is no longer promised. Third moon. 439. Supposed to be out on patrol, but I'm shacked up with Lynn, trying to teach her how to read and write. Slow going. Maybe I'm not the best teacher. Been thinking. The militia sold us out, but they had no choice. The nobles are to blame, and they got us in this mess to begin with. Had they not waited such a long time before crossing Hydron Bridge, ellipsis, the war might have been less of a sob story, but they played it safe. Let us take the hit. Ellipsis. Selfish cowards. But what's done is done. No going back. All I know is that I've had it up to here with politics. Always compromise. Always the lesser of two evils. I refuse to be a part of it. Gonna keep collecting my wages and do things my way. Don't give a damn if militia got a problem with it. I've lost everything. Let them do their worst. Out hunting with Lynn. As usual, she wanted to stay as far away from nomad territory as possible. I was about to tell her, ellipsis, that she has nothing to fear from the nomads. Most of them are dead or exiled. Sure, might be a few of them left. Nothing I can't handle. And besides, we gotta eat. There's a reason why people hunt in the Valley of Prey. Had this argument before, but I said nothing. Instead, I just stood there on top of the hill, gazing across the vast reaches of the Fenris woodlands. And I started thinking, maybe Lynn wasn't crazy after all. Somebody robbed the shipment from Woodland Outpost. And not only that, ellipsis, Trustin said the outpost was destroyed later. Might have lost his mind. But he's right. The tower is gone. Bandits? Maybe. But the outpost and the caravan were heavily guarded. Whoever took them out had to be well trained, organized, ellipsis, and able to use the terrain to their advantage. It all adds up. Maybe the nomads are back, with a vengeance. I had to look into it. So I did. Next few days I was on the prowl, hunting nomads in the wilderness. And sure enough, they were out there. Plenty of signs, traps, footprints, ellipsis. Took a while, but I finally caught one of them by surprise. He was alone. Beat him senseless until he gave up the location of their camp. Threw him off a cliff. Scouted the camp. Mapped out the movements of sentries and hunters. Got what I need. Time to parlay. The plan worked. Nomads knew I was coming. Captured me before I reached the camp. Brought me to their tribal elder. The man was holding court in a place they call the Winter Cave. Introduced himself as Elder Arianus. Told me they knew I was watching. And they knew that Lynn the OutKast was my mistress. Asked me where to find her. I laughed. Explained to him that unless I came back to Riverside Outpost in one piece, ellipsis, my friends would open a box. Inside of this box, they would find a map, ellipsis, with annotations. And my friends would hand it over to the colonel. And the militia would know everything about the nomads, ellipsis, or at the very least, more than enough to wipe them out. Caught his attention. Asked me what I wanted. Told him I had no quarrel with the nomads. All I wanted was to make a deal. Ellipsis, stay away from Lynn, or suffer the consequences. Elder Arianus thought about it for a minute, and then he agreed. Now that's politics. Took a long detour as I headed back home, and delivered the news. Felt pretty good about myself. I was bluffing. Of course, got the map in a safe place, but nobody knows about it. Gonna keep it that way. Why? Because the militia would love to get their hands on it. And the way things are, denying them that satisfaction brings me great pleasure. And to be honest, I don't mind the nomads. They're scrappy. Got their land back. Fair and square. They earned it. Bound to clash with the city-state sooner or later. Anyway, far as I'm concerned, that's none of my business. Days go by, feeling restless, trying to keep busy, drinking, hunting, working, fornicating. Still not enough to keep my demons at bay. Been thinking about my sister lately. Before the war, all I ever wrote was reports. Ellipsis. Miriam is the reason why I do this. Why I write things down. Ellipsis. She always told me that I lacked introspection. That writing is a way to know oneself and be at peace. Ellipsis. But I'm still restless. No matter how much I write, my mind keeps going back to the night when Logat was burning. Ellipsis. Domestic life bores me. I'm sick of Lynn. Sick of her dumb face. And Riverside Outpost is crowded by a bunch of spineless tattletales. Keep running their yaps. Tarnishing my record. Ellipsis. And for what? So they can't go up the ladder. Hell if I care. Pater Heinrich told me there's a good chance that my brother will never wake up. That's it. I'm done with the militia. Got a new thing going. Got some new friends. Ellipsis. And what they told me opened my eyes to new possibilities. Knowing what I know now. Ellipsis. So much of what I saw back in the slums of Logat starts to make sense. Ellipsis. And you know what? There may be 1,000 ways to vanish in times of war, but I still believe that my sister was taken. Ellipsis. And I might just know who did it. So that's it. I'm leaving. Brother, if you are reading this, ellipsis, I'm gonna find out what happened to our sister, no matter the cost. Soon I will be heading south in search of answers. If what I've been told is true, then the town of Sickle is the best place to start. With a bit of luck, you may catch up with me, but you have to move quickly. Vertical scroll bar, 8-page, close, button. Close. Notifications 2. Gained 15 experience. Completed objective. Read the second page of your brother's journal, button. Close inventory tab, You take put back the loose floorboards, button. Put back the loose floorboards. Huddled in a wolf hide, the nomad hums gently by the wood stove. Still cold and tired, you sit down on the side of the bed. Shadows move across the ceiling. Talk to Lynn the OutKast, button. Talk to Lynn the OutKast. Wait, ellipsis, do you hear that? She gets up from the floor and opens the window shutters. Someone's coming. Ellipsis, you hear footsteps in the snow. Look out the window, button. Look out the window. You are struck by a cold gust of wind from outside. 2 figures are approaching the front door. One of them is holding a torch. Their features are barely discernible in the dark blizzard. Lynn the OutKast shuts the window. They are coming for me. You should go. Do you know who they are? Button. Do you know who they are? Nomads. Out for blood. Anything else? I'd be surprised. Ellipsis. Don't worry. I'll protect you. Button. Don't worry. I'll protect you. Believe it when I see it. Now go. Ellipsis. Step outside. Button. Step outside. You open the front door and step out in the cold night. Draped in tattered wolf hides, 2 nomad thugs approach, holding a torch and brandishing a wooden club. One of them says, "Got no quarrel with you. Step aside and walk away." Observe the nomads. Button. Observe the nomads. You recognize the woodland nomads from the river shrine. The tall one is armed with a crude shiv. Fight them. Button. Initiating combat. Turns. Nomad scoundrel's turn. Attack protected. Nomad thug's turn. Evade. Your turn. Attack. 3 to -4. Attack. -3. Puncture. Move. Apply combat stance. Apply combat stance. Activate stance. Aggressive. Defensive 1 action. Nomad scoundrel's turn. Activate stance. Attack. Evade. Your turn. Attack. 3 to attack. Critical -7. Puncture. Puncture. Cost 1 action. -4. Attack. Attack. -4. Nomad thug's turn. Attack. Block. Nomad scoundrel's turn. Attack. Block. Your turn. Attack. Puncture. Cost. Puncture. -6. Attack. Puncture. -4. Attack. Attack. -3. Nomad scoundrel's turn. Evade. Nomad thug's turn. Defensive stance. Your turn. End turn. Apply. Move. Puncture. Attack. 3 to 5. -3. Critical -7. Puncture. Puncture. Cost 1 action. Puncture. -6. Nomad thug's turn. Attack. -7. Your turn. Your health 153 of 170. Effect. Your act. Nomad scoundrel. Nomad scoundrel defeated. Nomad thug. Turns. Current turn holder. You. Attack. 3 to 5. Critical -6. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. -2. Your turn. Attack. 3 to -3. Puncture. Critical -9. Attack. Attack. Unavailable. 3 to attack. -2. Nomad thug's turn. -8. Your turn. Your health 145. Your barrel swords attack. 3 to 5. -3. Puncture. -5. Attack. Attack. -4. Nomad thug's turn. Defensive stance. Your turn. Attack. 3 to 5. -4. Puncture. -6. Puncture. Cost 1 action. 1005. Battered and bruised. Their bodies drop. You are the last man standing, but you feel weak in the knees. It's been a long day, and now the world spins faster and faster. Above the blizzard burns the sky serpent. The last thing you see before you pass out. Sleep. Button. Sleep. And so you slip and fall into the familiar black void. Down below beckons the burning city where phantoms drift. Dream. Button. Dream. You have returned to the crematorium. Your brother is here. Together, you advance with a forceful stride, scorched by walls of flame. You keep moving, slashed apart. Foreign soldiers drown in red rivers, rushing down the stone-paved hills of the infernal metropolis. A woman whispers in the putrid smog. Listen, Button. Listen. Could it be? No. A voice from elsewhere, above darkness, trembling in cold sweat. You awaken from nightmares of blood and steel. Open your eyes, Button. Open your eyes. A warm bed. Lynn the OutKast is watching over you. Dwindling flames in the stove shed slivers of light on her face. Seemed like you were having a bad dream. Did a lot of talking. About your sister, I think. Ellipsis. Observe the nomad, Button. Observe the nomad. The fearful tension is gone. Peace of mind seems to soften her features. The white strand in her black mane reflects the dim light from the dying fire. Thank you for taking care of me, Button. Thank you for taking care of me. She smiles. That's what friends are for. We help each other out. Ellipsis. How long was I out, Button? How long was I out? Couple of hours or so. Still dark outside. I have to get going, Button. I have to get going. I understand, but you really should be careful. Remain silent, Button. Remain silent. For a while, no other sound is heard, but the melancholy night winds birthed by the blizzard outside. Get out of bed, Button. Get out of bed. Your calf muscles ache and your ankles are swollen. Staggering out of bed, you feel somewhat woozy. The shack seems to move like a ship at sea, slowly stabilized by your equilibrium. The nomad says, bed is yours whenever you need it. Good luck out there. Talk to Lynn the OutKast. Talk to Lynn the OutKast. No offense, but you look miserable. Go back to bed, Button. Go back to bed. The bed is quite warm and comfortable, covered in blankets. You feel the heat from the adjacent stove. Lynn the OutKast says, wise choice, if you ask me. Go back to sleep, Button. Go back to sleep. Lynn the OutKast sits down on the side of the bed, leaning in. She pokes her chest and speaks with a beseeching, almost childish tone of voice. Please, you mustn't fall asleep yet. I need to know. Ellipsis, what did you learn from the runes? Did Alec mention me at all? When is he coming back? My brother is on his way to the town of Lynn the OutKast. My brother is on his way to the town of Sickle. I don't know when he's coming back, Button. My brother is on his way to the town of Sickle. I don't know when he's coming back. Sickle? That's quite far. She sighs. And what about me? Did he write anything about me? He didn't mention you at all, Button. He didn't mention you at all. Her face hardens. That's just great. Guess I'm not important enough to make the cut. Ellipsis. If you don't mind, I'd like to get some sleep. Ellipsis. If you don't mind, I'd like to get some sleep. Ellipsis. Sweet dreams. You close your eyes and quickly descend into black nothingness, a road well traveled between harsh reality and infernal terror. Notifications for 2 times gain 10 experience, 2 times failed charisma check, Button. Previous, gold, main menu. Main menu. Continue. New game, save game, Button. Save game. Sweet dreams. You close your eyes and quickly descend.